Hello and welcome to WNBL Grand Final Game 2. I'm Nathan Stremple and let me take you back to 2001. S Club 7 Don't Stop Moving was number 1 in the charts. Alex Wilson was a 6-year-old playing at Puzzle Park in Murray Bridge, and Belinda Snell was winning her second WNBL championship for the Sydney Uni Flames, and Michelle Timms was ending a 17-year career after leading Australia to their first ever silver medal at the 2000 Olympics. As we fast forward now to 2017, S Club 7 still probably getting a run through at a nightclub somewhere. Alex Wilson's coming off leading her team with 22 points in game 1. Belinda Snell's looking to make it 3 WNBL championships after a 16-year gap in between, and Michelle Timms joins me calling the game. Timsy, tonight we could see the Sydney Uni Flames crowned as WNBL champion for season 2016-17.
Yes, we could, and a lot of things point in their direction. But I think being a home game for the Rangers, that it could cause a few issues for Sydney. But we'll see. They're a very, very high IQ team, and I think it's going to be one heck of a game that Dandenong's going to have to play to get past Sydney today.
And of course, if the Dandenong Jayco Rangers win tonight, we go back to Sydney for Game 3, where the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames have a chance to win it on their home floor. But they'd like to get it tonight, so let's focus on them first of all. You were calling Game 1 with me, Michelle Timms. Let's look at a tick and a cross for the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames about how they went about it in Game 1.
Oh, well, a couple of ticks for me was I was really impressed with Hampson. I thought she really hurt Dandenong in crucial stages of that game. And, of course, Wilson, like you mentioned, was super as well. I'm not a cross, but something that probably needs to improve. I think Snelly needs to have, Linda Snell will be a bit disappointed with her game. I think she needs to have a good game for the team tonight. And obviously I think that's something that both teams have been talking about is defence. Their defence needs to improve, that's for sure.
I agree on that. My cross, if anything, is defensively. Sarah Blitzar's got whatever she wanted. Getting to the rim, they're going to need to make a correction there. But a tick is not only Wilson and Hampson. Across the board, they got great contributions from all of their team. Dandenong are at their best when they're playing great defence. They're getting out in the break, and they only had 4 points in transition. That's not a lot for them. But anyway, earlier tonight, Rachel Jarry, 2-time Olympian, is joining us on the sidelines. She caught up with head coach of the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames, Cheryl Chambers.
All right, Cheryl, thanks for joining us for a quick chat. Game 1, so you're in the box seat at the moment. What do you take from last week's game? What have you been working on at training this week?
Well, I think both teams will probably be working on defence. It was a pretty high-scoring affair and probably great for the fans to watch, but I think hopefully you'll see a bit more of a lockdown this week.
Yeah, and just with your defence, it looked like the girls at times were playing to stay out of foul trouble. Have you talked to them maybe about their mindset playing defence from the beginning of the game?
Yeah, I don't know whether it was staying out of foul trouble. I think we were just really stagnant, which is not like us at all. Usually we just feed off each other. So, hopefully we'll be a bit more aggressive come the start of the game.
Yeah, for sure. And just watching the game, it looked like it took a little while to get into your rhythm, and in the second half, your leaders stood up and took control of the game. Obviously, Leilani Mitchell was clutch in the finish. Snelly, was herself at times. And how important is that to your team to have those kind of girls that know what the game situation needs?
Oh, look, it's more than anything. I mean, experience, you can't buy it, and both those players are really experienced, and they help other people be better. So, it's really important, and I'm sure it'll come down to it again tonight.
Yeah, all right. And just on a personal note, it's been 8 years since you were here in playing in a grand final. Obviously, you were coaching Bulleen at that time, and you've sacrificed so much to be where you are, living in Sydney, and your husband Mark and your 3 beautiful children here in Melbourne. So what's that sacrifice mean to you to be here now, to playing in another grand final?
Oh, look, it's really exciting, and I think it's most things in life. If you want to do something, you generally have to give up something. So there has been a bit of that, and I'm very lucky that I've got a supportive husband and 3 beautiful children. So it's been great, but, the work hasn't finished yet.
Yeah, for sure. All right, good luck, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us, and I might see you as a champion soon.
No worries.
Great to get some insights there from WNBL 2016-17 Coach of the Year, Cheryl Chambers, obviously coach of the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames. Michelle Timms, talk to me now about the Dandenong Jayco Rangers. A close loss in Game 1. What did you like about how they went about it, and what's across about things they need to correct tonight?
Well, one thing that we spoke at length about last Game 1 was the ability to defend the screen and roll, and I think that's crucial tonight. They need to tighten up in that area and have the players on the same page in regards to that, because I think that Sydney run a lot of on balls, and how Dandenong, if they're successful or not, might have a bit of an reason for outcome of this game. But a couple of ticks I really enjoyed watching Cummings play. We probably didn't speak about her enough really, but she did a great job last week. I thought defensively she was really solid for her team. And I liked how aggressive she was at the start of the game. In fact, I liked how aggressive all the players were at the start of the game. They just put the ball on the floor and went at the rack. So they need to come out, Dandenong need to come out aggressive, but they need to steer away from some of the brain fades that they're kind of known for having, which I thought really hurt them down the stretch, especially in that last quarter last week.
And you're talking about guarding the on-ball. I wonder whether we see a few different looks tonight. We saw Amelia Todd-Hunter's had a great year defensively. She went with Leilani Mitchell. I wonder, though, whether they make Leigh. We saw her cramping at the end of game one. They make her have some different looks, whether it's a bit of length and a Sarah Blitzar's guards her a bit, a Steph Cumming, maybe some trapping off that on-ball. We saw her hurt them hitting that long triple to push it out to 7 down the stretch on the on-ball. But for mine as well, I'm interested in your thoughts. I'd love to see a bit more Amy Clydesdale, a bit more Lauren Scherf. I thought she nullified Jen Hampson a little bit, so maybe some of those different looks might help with the Rangers on their home floor.
It'll definitely depend on the flow of the game, how Larissa will start the subs. But I was impressed with how Clydesdale went about business early on. She was aggressive like Cummings, so it'll be interesting to see how the flow of the game goes to see how much more court time she gets. But yeah, Scherf was good against Hampson though.
We'll wait and see. There are our thoughts. Why don't we get some thoughts? Rachel Jarry caught up with head coach of the Dandenong Jayco Rangers, Larissa Anderson, earlier tonight.
Okay, Larissa Anderson joining me. Thanks for coming on. Game 2 of the grand final. Obviously disappointed to lose game 1, but you must have taken some positives out of that. What do you guys take from game 1? What are you bringing into tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, always disappointed. You'd love to get game 1, but at the end of the day, it was on Sydney's turf. They played a really good game, but I was really proud of how our girls went as well. It was a really close game right up until the last 40 seconds, only a couple of points in it. So for us, I mean, obviously I think both coaches would be focusing on the same thing, defence. You can't expect to win a final when you allow a team to score 91 points, so that's our main focus.
Yeah, for sure. And defensively, Sydney runs so many on-balls. How are you looking to defend that tonight? You got different plans up your sleeve?
Yeah, I think we'll just try and mix it up, but again, I don't think we were far off the mark. It was only a couple down the stretch where we fell asleep a little bit, but and that's exactly what the issue was, just a few little lapses. So hopefully we can play a 40-minute game, and that should put us in a better position, hopefully.
And what about Ali Malott? Hearing rumours that she might be under a bit of an injury cloud. Have you got an update with her status tonight?
She's all good to go.
All good to go? Nice. All right. Well, just before you go, the crowd's going to be hopefully sell out. How important is that to you? They've been awesome for you all season. Is that going to be exciting tonight?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's tough being a Friday night. There's a lot of kids and families complaining that they can't get here, which makes it really hard and disappointing because we would love them to be here too. But that's the way the fixture's been done for obvious reasons, being a 3-game series. So the crowd made a huge difference for Sydney. Hopefully our crowd can make a big difference for us.
All right. Well, best of luck. Thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Can't wait for it.
Thanks, Rach.
Hello and welcome.
Start to warm it up in here. We've got 3 minutes on the clock. Let's do this, Rangers.
Folks, that is getting the emotions going. Hard to find a spare seat in the house. Michelle Timms, you played a lot of basketball for Australia. Someone else who played a bunch for Australia. The people watching at home didn't get to see Jacinta Kennedy tonight. Plays her last game on this floor. Even if it goes to Game 3 in Sydney, they won't be back here. She's played a lot for the green and gold. She goes out tonight here in front of a full house at Dandenong. How's the emotions, Timsy?
I've played a lot of games, but I don't... maybe I'm just getting old. That was emotional right there. The presentation to Jacinta, her family on the sidelines, brought a tear to my eye, and then that wonderful rendition of the national anthem. What a great way to start this grand final off.
And for those watching at home, a little fun fact, the guitarist is actually the Dandenong Rangers accountant, so he does all right strumming the guitar.
He does all right.
Jacinta Kennedy has been key for the Rangers this season. We mentioned her, 3-time WNBL champion, came back after following her husband's career overseas with soccer, becoming a mother. 9-year gap between playing. She's played 2 games. Someone else who's been a player to watch for the Dandenong JK Rangers has been Steph Cummings. She's shot the lights out throughout the season, but she's raised her average during the finals, and she's been a key for the Rangers.
She was absolutely fantastic, I thought. I feel bad because I know that I didn't probably talk about her enough in that last call, but re-watching that game, her defence on Belinda Snell was super, and Belinda Snell's one heck of a player, as we all know. It's going to be really interesting to see how Snell comes back from that game 1, even though they won. I'm sure she's such a competitor. She wants to teach Cummings a lesson. So I'm excited to see how she'll go. And I was really happy for Cummings the way that she really was so aggressive, like most of the players at the start of that game last week.
And what a story about Belinda Snell. Won a WNBL championship as a 20-year-old with the Sydney Uni Flames. Her second. Hasn't won one since, and neither Sydney. So 16 years later, they have a chance tonight. If Sydney Uni Flames, the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames win tonight, they're the WNBL champions for 16-17. And a key player is Leilani Mitchell. You talk about Steph Cummings' defence, defending Leilani Mitchell is going to be crucial for them tonight.
Yeah, I think, Todd Hunter had a big, many minutes on Leilani Mitchell last time. So it's going to be, I'm really excited to see the sort of, the game plan that Larissa Anderson is going to come up with on how she's going to defend Mitchell on those on-balls that caused him so much trouble. I thought Todd Hunter did a pretty good job. She just needs to continue to wear her down. She's a champion, though, Mitchell, so I'm looking forward to see what's coming.
And a champion, and not only Australia's starting point guard for the Opals, but an elite point guard in terms of how she operates off the on-ball screen. We saw Dandenong look to a lot of show and recover. I wonder whether it's a case that they may mix things up and we see a few different matchups rather than just Todd Hunter chasing around. Dandenong are blessed with a lot of elite perimeter defenders, so maybe the links of Blitzars, maybe it's a bit of Steph Cummings, last year's WNBL Defensive Player of the Year, and a bit of trapping off that on-ball, trying to mix things up against Mitchell.
I think that's critical to mix it up against Mitchell. When you've got a good point guard, you've got to continue to give him different looks, and I think we'll see that tonight.
Folks, thank you for joining us. As you can see behind us, it's hard to find a spare seat in the house here at Dandenong Stadium. We're going to let you take in some of the atmosphere as we are literally moments away from the tip-off of WNBL Grand Final Game 2 for season 2016-17. Nathan Stremple's my name. I'm joined by 5-time WNBL Championship champion Michelle Timms for the call. Rachel Jarry, 2-time Olympian, running the sidelines. Check out the atmosphere.
defense. Defense. Back. Defense. First kick out. Right, Sydney Uni Flames, number 31 on the line, Asia Taylor. Give me a little help in here.
She was able to get to the rim at will as she knocks a mid-range jumper. If you're Sydney, though, you've got to be happier with Blitzers taking a little pull-up mid-range jumper last week. She was able to do it. Now for the Flames, pick and roll action again.
She was really good for the last week, creating space in the key, and they had a nice mix of penetration in that second half, dribble penetration and pass penetration.
Definitely, they had issues with Hampson, as it looked like it might be the case there, when she's guarded by Kennedy or Malott. In terms of when Lauren Scher subbed in the game, that created an issue for the other way, as Sarah Blitzar's attacking the rim early. Amy Clydesdale pushing the tempo. The Flames looking to get out and run the other way. Amy, little heat check, in and out. Oh, she liked it.
Not so great defensively and not wanting to get in foul trouble as she blocks.
Where the Flames looked good early last week, where the Rangers looked early, when they were aggressive at the rim. It'll be interesting whether they're able to get that going again tonight as Leilani Mitchell gets a look at the triple. Amy Clydesdale box out. Alex Wilson called for the push in the back there. Alex Wilson was red hot. Someone needed to hose her down after the game on game one because she was hitting it from everywhere to get the Flames over the line in game one. Here we go now, back with the Rangers, forced into their half-court set. They'd much prefer to be out and running, getting action in transition. Now we see Sarah Blitzers attacking, guarded by Hampson. Great help by Leilani Mitchell. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Todd Hunter gets back door, layup doesn't go. It's a nice look.
That was a good offensive set. They got the ball through hands. Nice little backdoor cut.
Little horn set for the Flames here. Very tough to cover. Leilani Mitchell comes, screens both sides. Todd Hunter through the first. Now Taylor one-on-one at Blitzarves. Taylor able to draw the foul on Blitzarves that time. 2 from 2, first trip to the line. She'll go there again. Asia Taylor is relentless at trying to get to the rim. When she gets the ball in her hand, she's thinking, score first, get to the rim second, find a little mid-range jumper third, then she might think about finding a teammate.
your teammates need touches offensively. You should throw the ball around a little bit more right now.
And don't get me wrong, though, that's not a knock on her. That's what saw her make the WNBL All-Star 5 this season, saw her play her way itself back into the WNBA. Defensively, she is just a tough matchup because she is so aggressive at the rim and then such an athlete getting after the O-glass. And shooting the ball pretty well from the free throw line to bring it back to 9-6. Rangers with that lead by 3 as they're slowed into their half-court set once again. Novacell in the game. You love her influence for the Rangers, Timsy.
Yeah, a real big rap for Novacell. Sydney in the zone now. I like the way that Sydney changed their... Well, actually, they're not in the zone with Snell running out of the base there.
Jacinta Kennedy on the offensive rebound. So reliable for the Rangers. Amy Clydesdale again a look at the 3. 1 for 3 now for the game. The Rangers... Flames, I think, would be happy with the Rangers settling for that 3, that mid-range jump shot. I imagine their scout would be to try and keep them away from the rim where they were dangerous in game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had a look at the shot chart from last week, a lot of inside score, huge percentage. I think it was like 60% for the game, and that was on the back of so many, shots inside the key. As we go to a timeout, our lady running the sideline tonight, 2-time Olympian Rachel Jarry, jumping into the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames timeout. So it's great having her here. It's exciting time for Rachel, who's getting ready to head off to the WNBA.
As you see a bit of vision, Rachel standing by. Rachel, get that mic in so the folks at home can hear a little bit about what Cheryl Chambers got to say.
Yeah, what a fantastic atmosphere. We've got a guy at the back here with the trombone. It's just a wonderful atmosphere down here. Very college-like atmosphere here. It really is. Look, I just can't speak highly enough of what the Rangers were able to do tonight. I thought on a Friday night it was going to be, a bit of a mistake. All the young kids who normally come aren't going to be here, but it is a packed crowd. You can see now Rach with the mic in. She's coming out of that timeout. We'll get Rachel Jarry over here to give her insights into what Cheryl Chambers just had to say during the timeout there, calling in the Flames just to run things over. Dandenong with an early lead. We've got 4:42 to go in the first quarter. Dandenong, that 5-point lead. See Rachel Jarry making her way over here now. Rachel Jarry jumping on. Rach, what did Cheryl Chambers have to say there during the timeout?
Yeah, she just said that the game started now so the girls can relax, and she just wants them to come up with the 1%ers. She thinks Dandenong's just getting some easy stuff. They've got good rotation, she said, but it's that second and third rotation after the first one. We'll watch for that. Thanks a lot for the insights there, Rachel Jarry. We'll have her running the sidelines throughout the night. Plenty of exciting people to talk to in the stadium. Timsy will get Rachel Jarry on the money, having a chat to them as we go on. But it was interesting, Rach saying that Cheryl's take was that Dandenong were getting the 1%ers, where I actually think Sydney have been pretty good with their intensity early. Yeah, they have. And the young lady on the line, I'm keen to see how her game evolves to play, because she was a little bit quiet by her standards, got a few fouls last week. And I've heard such great things about her and seen her. She's a young kid who's had such a big, she's gone through the roof. Oh, she takes a bit of a bow then, but she was really she got caught early fouls last week and wasn't as impactful as I expected her to be. And credit though to the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames, it was a foul trouble to Depaya, as Leilani Mitchell shows her class for the Flames. Foul trouble to Depaya, which saw Lauren Nicholson come in the game. She a surprise? Hit some massive shots off the bench, crucial 9 points coming off the bench for the Flames. As we get back to live action, the Rangers still with a 2-point lead. Again, a bit of patience in their half-court set. Steph Cumming going at Alex Wilson. She's going to get another foul on that one. Steph Cumming to the free throw line, where she's made herself at home throughout her career, shooting a pretty reasonable lick. Sydney doing a really good job of clogging it up. As we see on the replay, Alex Wilson didn't like it, but looking like a pretty straightforward call. Trouble now. She's got to come out, so she's got 2 fouls. So she's had to take a seat. It's really going to play. It's going to be interesting to see how she handles that mentally after a big game last week. 4 days away from turning 23, young Alex Wilson. It was nice in the pre-game to give her hometown Murray Bridge a shout-out in the Puzzle Park, where I spent some time menacing myself as a young kid. Great. But how's that for a 22-year-old girl? You come out on the big stage in the final, have a big score. Super. How's that mentally, trying to back up for Game 2? It seems like maybe a little bit too much enthusiasm, some early fouls really limits her now. Yeah, too much enthusiasm possibly. Regardless, we saw in Game 1 the Flames with the depths, and that is Lauren Nicholson now in the game
with another opportunity to shine on the big stage as Tupea's triple doesn't go, and we're tight early here with 3:33 left in the first.
You know, Mitchell's up and about this early in the game. I think she might be due for a good, or not due, but she might be have more of an impact. She did have an impact last week in the end of the game, but I like my point guards to play every minute they're out there. She has a tendency to float in and out of games, but she's really started aggressively offensively and doing a good job defensively as well.
So, Timsy, let me just clarify that, though, because we saw the Flames with contributions across the board. We saw, I think, 4 out of the 5 starters in double figures. Obviously, we mentioned Nicholson off the bench. So, as a point guard, if others are getting involved, if you've got Alex Williamson shooting the lights out, why not bank some petrol tickets when it's crunch time at the end of the game and you're hitting a big triple down the stretch?
No, I like my point guards to have an impact. There's a big 3 by Clydesdale, but I don't know. I'd like a little bit more. I like him to be involved in every moment of the game, whereas I thought that, she ended up with 15 and had a massive last quarter, but it'd be frustrating as a coach, I reckon.
The veteran Belinda Snell, Steph Cumming wearing her like a glove. The Rangers now out and running. You mentioned Amy Clydesdale on the 3. She's worked so hard on that. Not been known as her strength, and no doubt wouldn't have been up high on the list of the Flames scout early, but she gets another look at it.
Yeah, well,
3 from 5. Welcome to the finals, Amy Clydesdale.
And I think it's game plan to Sydney. They're really daring him to take that 3, but they might have to change their mindset because they're really clogging the lanes up, aware of what happened last week. And but they're allowing that 3, daring him to score, and they're shooting at such a high clip.
Amy Clydesdale doing it at both ends. Just said to Tupea as we watch the replay, how about you don't bring that in here? Just off her leg so the Flames will get it back as it's hit. Amy Clydesdale leg on the way out, but doing it at both ends of the floor. And I said pre-game, I think the Rangers underplayed Clydesdale as she only had 12 minutes for the game or so deep in the fourth as Mitchell showing her class again.
Yeah, keeping him in the game at the moment.
Clydesdale's speed and athleticism, though, is a worry for the Flames. That being said, Leilani Mitchell is a worry for anyone you throw at her, an absolute world-class player at both ends of the floor. Malott in the game for her first minutes. She's met by Shanae Greaves.
I like the ball getting inside, a bit of inside penetration there, get that pass down low. You see it on the replay. Tad Graves is a really strong defender. But was able to get the foul on her then, so going to the foul line.
And the Flames now in the bonus, so you find these are valuable opportunities for a shooter like Malott to find a bit of rhythm.
It's exactly what you don't want to do.
I wonder
Send him to the foul line.
I wonder if you see next offense down the floor, if Malott makes this, they somehow find her on the 3-point line as she's found a bit of rhythm to get a look late in the quarter. No joy on the second, though. Flames now advancing through Mitchell. The Rangers did a great job of keeping the ball out of Mitchell's hands early in the offense. We saw a lot of Asia Taylor carrying, Belinda Snell carrying in game 1. Not so much the case in game 2 here, as Mitchell's had the ball plenty. Rangers getting lucky with a hand on that one.
That was great hands by Novosel as Clydesdale's off again.
This is where the Rangers are dangerous. Out and run. Natty Novosel, little shake and bake.
That was sweet. Sinead looked like she was going to cross it over. And a lovely little onside move. Another fast break point, which was far and few between last grand final.
I'll tell you what, you talk about Leilani Mitchell getting involved. She is taking it personally as her Flames are down 11 early, looking to be the aggressor at the offensive end. That time, unable to get the floater to go, as we see it on the replay.
Taylor up there and Graves, both great rebounders for the Flames.
The depth, the talent, the athleticism of the Flames tells me that even though we've got an 11-point game right now, this one will stay close down the stretch. You'd have to think they'll make a run back at it. A lot of time to go, as we do know, but only a minute 12 left in this quarter. Sarah Blitzar's getting at the rim. Asia Taylor coming up with the rebound, getting out and running for the Flames.
Good job, but you need to have some rebounding pressure on there, and Blitzar was the only one who was in the key then after that layup.
On-ball screen again for the Flames. Taylor settling for the mid-range jumper. Big offensive rebound, Lauren Nicholson.
The Cummings there.
That match up again. Blitzar's guarding Taylor. Taylor picks up the dribble, looking for an option now with 5 on the shot clock. The ball in the right lady's hands. Leilani Mitchell going to work. Forced to throw it up, almost gets it to go. Shanae Greaves again on the offensive glass.
She does, that's what Graves does. But what a mistake by Clydesdale, letting Mitchell get that ball with only 5 seconds to go. And she did exactly what you got to do in that situation. All your job is to get it up the ring.
Cheryl Chambers said she
travel.
wanted them to come at it with the 1%ers. A few offensive rebounds there, getting the Flames back in. A chance now for the last possession of the quarter to bring this back to a 22-15 or 16 game, depending how they go about it.
She was going with that, with 18. You know, that's when you need to run your best play, run that clock down, use that shot clock.
The Rangers, as you allude to there, Timsy, had an opportunity to run for the last shot. Forced one up a little early.
See Graves go out, and we've got the ring protector. The ring protector in Hampson coming. Oh, well, she's not a ring protector. They're in offense. What am I saying?
Yeah, they've got a rim to
she'll
just
get an offensive catch, hopefully.
make herself at home right under the rim. Even that'll send a big pick here. And that's a big roll going to the basket. Mitchell looking to find her. Nicholson with that triple. Oh! Get out of town, Lauren Nicholson. Takes off where she left it in game one. Big triple for Lauren Nicholson, bringing it back to 22-16 at quarter time. Heck of a fast pace, a little bit more D than last week.
Yeah, a lot more D. And, you know, the Flames have rolled the dice and wanting to clog up the driving lanes.
Dandenong Jaco Rangers there with a lead going into the quarter, 22-16. Mariana Tolo, the Defensive Player of the Year for 2016-17. Let's have a look at the season she put on as a rim protector. Although putting on a show there. Great to see her in the league, a force at the defensive end. We're talking rim protectors, but in this game right here, rim protectors, as you mentioned, Jen Hampson at 6'7". She's an issue there underneath the basket, and they've done a good job so far, the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames, in terms of keeping the Rangers away from the rim.
Yeah, they have. They've really challenged them to shoot the perimeter. I mean, that's obviously the game plan, was to clog up those driving lanes and see if they can shoot from the perimeter, because they're not always so consistent. But, you know, you don't want to leave them too by from the three-point line, so it's important they get that mix of inside-outside.
It'll be one to watch as we get back underway with second quarter action. The Dandenong Jaco Rangers were difficult to stop when they were attacking the rim in the first game. Same for the Sydney Uni Flames. So we're back with live action. We see Rosie Fudlovich with her first minutes per game for the Rangers. Nicholson staying out there after that big triple for the Flames. Todd Hunter getting herself acquainted with the lady she's got to know pretty well over game one, Leilani Mitchell. They've become good mates as they just spend a lot of time together out there. Great to see five-time, as we mentioned, Jen Hansen under the basket of force. Great to see five-time, record-breaking, five-time WNBL MVP Susie Bakovic on Twitter. She's just throwing it out there. Good start to the game of WNBL Grand Final. Who wants it more and who will get it done? Just asking for a bit of a response from the folks there following along on Twitter. Suze, thanks a lot for joining in.
Yeah.
Folks, at WNBL, if you want to join the conversation on Twitter, love to hear from you.
You know, this tempo right now really suits Dandenong's game. We said they needed to get out and run, and they've done a pretty good job in that first quarter of seemingly to control the tempo. As
Jacinta Kennedy shooting a couple of free throws, we've got Rachel Jarry here who's able to listen into the huddles during the quarter time. Rach, what did you pick up over there?
Yeah, well, Larissa won't be happy with that first Sydney score, but she's happy with how their first quarter went. She just wants the girls she wants in that last 5 seconds to trap the on-balls with Leilani, so they had a little breakdown there, so that's the main thing they're looking at.
Very interesting to hear about that trap there. Well, we talked about a bit that before the game, about trapping Leilani off the on-ball. Thanks for the insights there, Rach Jarry. We'll look to go to Rach next time we get a timeout. She'll find someone interesting to interview, I'm sure. There's plenty of well-known basketball faces here at Dandenong Stadium. So we'll watch now for that on-ball. Dandenong looking to trap Mitchell off the on-ball, make her have to pass out of it, make someone else do the damage for the Flames.
Great job by Nicholson.
Speaking of doing damage,
Wow.
look at the athletic Asia Taylor getting after the glass.
Just super. Nicholson for me has been a real pleasant surprise. Watched a little bit of a few of the early games, and I'm thinking, who is this blonde head? I haven't seen much of her around. I have been away though, but just trying to work out who she was. In the last few weeks, hadn't seen her hit the court much, and she came up with massive minutes. Not a lot of minutes, but very, very good minutes in that last game, and she's continuing her aggressive form.
Trotter path very similar to a lot of Australians. Went over and played college at St Mary's. St Mary's seeing themselves having a reasonable run right now. A lot of alumni there tweeting about, plenty of Australian alumni tweeting about how the St Mary's Gales are going over in NCAA as we're back to WNBL right now though. Matt Novosel attacking the rim, no call, a lot of contact there.
I like the fact that she saw they switched and she attacked the switch.
You've got to like the fact running back on D, but the hand on the ball didn't make a difference. Talia Tupea getting at the rim for the layup, bringing it back to a 1-point game. The Flames forcing the Rangers into their half-court set now, the ball getting through hands.
Oh, great look. I mean, that was just a good read. She saw they were just switching, so Todd Hunter saw that she was open and took the three. That's what they need to do. They need to be able to see what the defence is giving them, and I don't think in the second half they did that so well against Sydney last week.
Asia Taylor helping herself to the glass like it's a free all-you-can-eat smorgasbord. Getting on the glass at both ends.
Wow, that's what we've been waiting for. Finally, Hansen has got her hands on. That's the second time only she's touched the ball in this game so far. They need to keep going into her, but it was pretty good defence by the Dandenong Rangers. Really aware of that lob pass going to her.
Jen Hampson one letter away from a 90s boy band, and she was a problem for the Dandenong Jayco Rangers in game one, because if she is anywhere within 5-10 feet of the rim, she is so hard to stop. You see Jacinta Kennedy now working to keep her out of the key.
Great adjustment by Kennedy, though, because I thought she got pushed around a little bit like a rag doll last week as Hampson gets on the offensive glass, but she's much better, got a wider stance down lower, and that means she's much more stable to take that contact and push her out of the way.
Steph coming with a wide open look at the triple. That's money.
Steph Kelly, thanks to Arctic Food Wholesale.
It's a bit of a push-off. The fans wanting a foul on Mitchell. Oh, great hands. Now, you make a living off that sort of stuff as a point guard. When your opponent brings the ball down on their way up, great opportunity to steal the ball. And you see there, ooh la la. Well, the referee's got a better angle than us, but I'm saying that, and I know because I used to do it myself, that's all ball.
So, what you're saying, Michelle Timms?
You can make. I'm saying I used to make a living of doing that, waiting for the man, Christy Harrow the same, waiting for the opponent to bring that ball down around their waist on their way up, and that's when you get in there and steal the ball. Good effort by Todd Hunter, but the referee's in better position there. Right under the basket.
I think you're on the same page. I think you, Amelia Todd Hunter, I saw the reaction from Jacinta Kennedy. I think they told the referee to check his phone because he's got a couple of missed calls. So they not happy with that call, but as we're looking at Rachel Jarry, I see her on the sideline. She's standing there with Trish Fallon, current staff member of the Dandenong Jayco Rangers, but obviously former champion player with the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames. Let's hear what Rachel's got to say with Trish Fallon.
They looked really good in the warm-up, and that's transitioned into the start of the game. You've let them back in again. You just got to find some bodies, box out, and get some boards, and that, their transition and offense runs really well off good boards. So they've just got to get some bodies on their rebounders, and I think they'll be back on track.
Great, thanks for that.
Great to get some insights there from Trish Fallon. No doubt a bit of a funny one, having allegiance with both sides. Trish Fallon, obviously a champion. You played a bunch of basketball yourself with Trish, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I was a Flame as well. It's funny. We were up there last week, and there was so many people there who belong to different clubs. It's like, man, nearly all of us have played for the Sydney Flames at one time.
And that's the thing with the basketball family. You sort of, when it's out there on the line, you fight like anything to win, but afterwards you're all part of one big family. And thank you to
Snally. Now she does this really great offensive rebounder. She can get herself in that key. Reads the. You see it there.
We look at the replay, just no one finding a body. It might have been Blitzers there that missed Snell finding a body on the glass, and as we see the swinging momentum back to 27 apiece.
They really missed an opportunity there as Sydney switched that on ball with Blickards and Scherf. Scherf was open. Wow, that's a tough shot. Tough angle, Clydesdale.
Ranger will love seeing Amy Clydesdale attacking the rim. Great to see Mel Jones tweeting in, loving the special comments from Rach Jarry and going to the WNBL final tonight. We appreciate having Rach Jarry here too. Thanks a lot, Mel, for tuning in. The Flames will look at the triple via Mitchell. Money!
Todd Hunter just a little bit off there. You can't give her that much space. You really got to get your hips over and chase her over that screen. Remember, in the last 5 seconds of the shot clock, they want to trap it, but unless it's that, they're getting over. Oh, that wasn't a great shot by Blitzarves.
Mitchell keen to take home some silverware tonight. The Bride and Sydney Flames get the win, and they are this season's champions. The Dandenong Jayco Rangers looking to force a decide in Game 3, and the Flames continuing to get the ball back on the offensive glass.
Strong as an ox to pay up. Oh, Snelly launches one. Shot clock was at about 8. Gee, it's getting really physical here.
The crowd's into it.
Calls on. 31, Taylor.
Asia Taylor called for the offensive foul. We might get a look at the replay if we're lucky. Her and Sarah Blitzarves just going to war once again. Hopefully you're enjoying watching wherever you are on your favourite device here on the WNBL live stream. Here is that replay. You see Snelly looking for that triple. Blitzarves goes to ground. We just missed it. We're looking at the shot. The call foul on Asia Taylor. She's still out there though. Lauren Scherf in the game though. No Jen Hampson, although here she comes to counter the length of Lauren Scherf as she's demanding it in the post against Asia Taylor.
She wants it. But I thought Clydesdale had an open 3 with a man going under that pick before. There's a switch on the on-ball there. And that's really smart play. Very smart play. Bad luck for Scherf, but smart play by Clydesdale to see the switch and get it down to Blitzarves.
Michelle Timms trooping on there, your voice just under duress, but like in your whole career,
at home.
I like the way you go about it.
Better than it was earlier today.
Just in case anyone's listening in, I'm not joined by a teenage boy going through puberty. It is five-time WNBL champion Michelle Timms.
I can't believe you just said that. That is so messed up, right?
Just making sure people know what's going on if they hear your voice break, Timsy, as the Rangers get it back. The Rangers with a bit of a length advantage out there.
Boogie on her.
Snell playing the 4 for the Flames, Taylor the 5 as they go small. The Rangers take advantage, finding Lauren Scherf under the rim.
I love the way that Scherf's come out and wanted to put an imprint on this game, being very aggressive.
It's been the Rangers throughout the finals who look to play a lot of small ball, but they're looking rather big with Blitzarves at the 4, Scherf at the 5. The Flames quite small. Snell at the 4, Taylor at the 5, although the sub coming now, bringing Hampson back in the game.
I thought it looked good last week when they did go small. They were able to exploit Dandenong. Dandenong happened to go big at that time, and they went small and was able to attack the bigs on the perimeter. So it was a real smart move by Chambers. As we see Hampson, like I said, back into the game.
Hampson immediately changes any thoughts of small ball. She brings 201 centimetres of length back in the game.
She was really impressive. I mean, I would have kept going to her. Going to that well till it dried up last week. She was very impressive, dominating and owning the charge circle. But I think Dandenong have really adjusted and doing a good job so far, limiting her catches.
She was a significant issue at the offensive end of the Flames last week until Lauren Scherf subbed in the game. So first time we've seen them both on the floor together now. It'll be interesting to see how that battle plays out. Lauren Scherf not used to playing to someone taller than her, and Jen Hampson probably not used to playing against anyone similar size to her, as Scherf takes it right at her. The rookie Lauren Scherf straight at the rim.
Well, we spoke about her need to step up in this final series last week, and boy, that was as you said, she's been aggressive. What a great start. She looked aggressive working out with Michelle Brogan prior to the game, and I was wondering if that was going to be able to translate onto the court.
Well, the smarts of Linda Snell getting a look under the rim finds Wilson where she was hot from the corner in game 1. No good off the dribble. Lauren Scherf cleaning out the glass.
That was the right thing to do by Wilson, though. She had the big Scherf on her, attack her every single time.
And match-up's so important in basketball, Michelle Timms. Lauren Scherf's minutes have declined as the season's gone off the Rangers. Steph Cumming, big basket. But Scherf had big games against the Flames every game this season. Yeah. So the confidence goes up because you feel good about who you're playing against.
She's definitely got a pep in her step, that's for sure. Well, she's happy to be out there, and she's produced for Coach Larissa Anderson, who's taken a big gamble.
Early days just yet as Hampson tries to get one back, able to get position under the rim. Lauren Scherf with the foul, Hampson to the free throw line.
That's when the person setting that pick, the defender, if it's, you couldn't quite see it there, they've got to step off and give them a little bit of a nudge, get under their feet a little bit, slow them down. It's difficult for the big girl to defend that flex cut. That's a nice play.
Great to hear. Champion of the game, Lauren Jackson, tuning in once again. Nice to see her contributing via Twitter. Just a few words. Hashtag Snelly. I feel like that tweet might have come out around the time when she grabbed that massive offensive rebound and put back. What a story. Belinda Snell, as a 20-year-old, wins her second WNBL championship for the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. 16 years later, the Flames haven't won another one, and neither she, but she's still out there tonight.
Chambers done a wonderful job of putting this team together, you know, and to get Snelly involved with this group, I think, is just, you know, you talked about it last week with Alex Wilson and her development. I think it's had a lot to do with Coach Chambers and also Belinda Snell helping her along the way and sharing her experience. And
the two you mentioned there, Belinda Snell, the captain, Cheryl Chambers, the coach. They'll be holding the trophy aloft tonight if the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames manage to get the win here at Game 2. The smarts of Snell drawing the defender and finding Nicholson. 10 on the shot clock.
Thought she was going to get up with it then, as she does now. Oh, rims it out. Second effort, Nicholson again. Wow.
Loose ball to the Rangers, though. They're out and running. Steph Cumming, triple.
Boy, that's a big shot.
Snelly going back on the other way, putting on the afterburners.
Oh. Get up, girls. Players itching to make a perimeter shot.
Nicholson is blowing out there. She is hurting. She's been running end to end. Steph Cumming gives a little bump on the cut to let her know she's still there. Physical game. Now we see the big ladies go to battle again. Two players. Look, doesn't go.
3 seconds to go and she shoots an air ball. Oof.
Some tired legs out there, and the physicality continues to go up.
What a ball game. But she's wide open at the other end. If Snell can get to her, she peels herself off the floor. Ooh, and one. That's massive. That is massive.
Just gets wiped out on an on-ball screen.
As Blitzov points to her and has a few words, we'll watch it here. You know, Wilson, very smart, getting into the body of Blitzov's then.
And Blitzov's
just not happy, Jan.
You know, Blitzov's not happy with the call. Not much in it. Wilson may be causing the contact, but Blitzars gave him an opportunity to call that.
Yeah.
She's in two worlds there. She's either fouling or she's stepping back. And those two know each other well. Similar age, 6 months or so age gap. They played a lot of basketball with and against each other. So they're going to have a few friendly words out there. And I think that might be the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames' first lead of the game as they go up by 1 on that Alex Wilson free throw. Minute 48 left in the half.
That's the thing, watch Leilani Mitchell play D here. You know, I'd really like to attack. There you go. I want to get her, if I'm Dandenong, I want to make her work. I want to attack her. She's not so high tempo in defence. Has a tendency to be a little bit lazy in defence. I know it's not going to, you know, some people aren't going to be happy hearing that. But I'd look to attack that if I'm Dandenong, you know. Make her play D.
Well, one thing is for certain, we know that the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames want to play Leilani Mitchell for 40, if not close to.
Yeah.
So the harder you make her work, we saw her cramping at the end of game 1. They're making her work at the defensive end. It's harder to make decisions and execute at the offensive end as the game wears on.
Snelly getting another offensive rebound. What an awesome pass to Tupaia, who gets on the scoreboard. Wow, Snelly, she's a vet, right? I mean, I just love watching her play. Can't keep her down. There's no way you were going to be able to keep her down.
Throw it out there again, Lauren Jackson. Hashtag Snelly on the no-look pass. Well, Novacell looking to answer for the Rangers.
Sheriff's in there, though. Not another player for the Flames, as Hampson saw her late wide open.
Jen Hampson getting caught sort of half closing out, left Lauren Jackson to clean up the offensive glass. Still a 1-point game. The Flames now executing in the half court. Hampson setting that on ball. Belinda Snell got a little feel for it. Wilson back. Oh!
No, she didn't. I hope she makes it because, bad luck.
Shot clock violation. The Flames.
Sorry for everyone. I think I broke everyone's ear.
Flames just adding a little extra hot sauce out there, trying to get in the flow. Belinda Snell, if you don't mind, just pulling out all the tricks.
That was not an accident, folks. Showtime. Snelly. 29 seconds left into the game.
29 seconds left in the half.
Sorry.
Don't sell it
I'm
short.
getting excited.
I want more basketball.
Sorry.
Great to see another massive matchup once again. I see Rach Jarry again, this time listening in to the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames timeout. We'll try and get a word from her after the break. 1 point in it. Leilani Mitchell, aggressive early so far for the Flames, a big factor in the game. But Brighton Sydney Uni Flames getting after the glass at both ends. You'd have to think the Rangers will want to have that. As you look at some of the numbers, both teams down on their shooting percentage from game one.
Is that a turnaround? 2 from 11 from the Flames from the perimeter. They were so good from the perimeter last week in Grand Final 1.
And they shot the lights out. But as you scroll down and we talk about going to the glass, 24 rebounds to the Flames, 15 to the Rangers. The Rangers will need to change that if they want to get in the game, because we saw the Rangers the Flames with more shots throughout the game, get them over the line.
And half-time we'll have a better breakdown of that so we can see how many offensive boards and defensive boards, because that offensive boards, as we've spoken about, as you just mentioned, must be up fairly high for the Sydney Flames.
29 seconds to play in the half. This one tight, just as game one was. Watching for execution down the stretch. Do the Rangers try and get a one shot late here, Michelle, or they try and see if they can get 2 for 1?
I don't think it's too close to get 2 for 1 there. And the ball's getting handed in at 30.
And you're right. You're looking at about a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The Rangers executing, looking to work it down, and then they'll attack the offensive glass when they do take that shot late in the clock. 7 seconds now on the shot clock. Steph Cumming tied up. Be hard for them to get a look now. Nova still finding
She should have shot it.
They got the look. Not much time left for the Flames. That'll be the half as Leilani Mitchell
you've got to get it up.
holds it up.
That ball up.
Now Rachel Jarry just showing the intensity she shows as a player, getting out on court.
Raced out there.
She's trying to find a player to talk to.
She's trying to grab Sarah Blitzars.
She's grabbed Sarah Blitzars. We've got a quick chat with Sarah Blitzars. We'll throw to them in just a moment. You can see them setting up out there as we go to half-time. 38-37. We'll go to Rachel Jarry with Sarah Blitzars.
Sarah, great first quarter for you guys. Sydney came back a little bit in that second quarter. What do you think Larissa's message is going to be?
Basically boxing out. The amount of second chance points they just got, we can't allow that. They're punishing us with that. And if we didn't clean that up, get Hanson out of the key, I think we'll look good.
Yeah, and just you're penetrating really deep, finding open shooters. That was something you were working on coming into tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Getting that second pass options. And, we went away from that just then. And we come back to making that extra pass. Getting our open shooters open, like Steph, Ali, all of them, then we'll be right.
Good luck, mate.
Great to get some insights there. Rachel Jarry, 2-time Olympian, going to work, playing overseas this season, but we hope to see her back in the WNBL next season. But Michelle Timms there, hard pace in the first half, some swings in momentum as we look at a few highlights.
And that's always danger when you see Mitchell lighting it up from the three-point line. Just a little bit too much space that Todd Hunter gave her then on that on-ball.
And just a little bit more defence this game. 1 point in it, though. So great to see both teams defensively. We'll pick up and unwrap what happened in the second half for you in just a moment. As we look at some of the numbers here, we saw them flash up.
That rebounds really just jumps out at you. The rebounds and the three-point shooting percentage by Sydney, which we already spoke about in that last time out. 27 boards to 17. 2 from 11, though. Both teams did a good job of adjusting, I thought, making sure they had a good mix of getting the ball inside and out. I thought, Dandenong went on a 6 run of getting the ball, pounding that ball inside. I thought they did a good job, and it was good to see Hampson getting a few inside touches as well. So not settling from the three-point line. 2 from 11's not great, but getting some inside touches, and of course being so good on that offensive glass, Sydney was.
Great to get some initial thoughts there, Michelle Timms. Stay with us, folks. We'll come back and unpack all the second half in just a moment, but we're going to throw to some highlights of a record-breaking effort. 5-time, I tell you 5, Lauren Jackson had won 4, she tied her on 4 this season. Susie Bakovic makes it 5-time WNBL MVP. We're going to have a look at some of her highlights and her thoughts on breaking the record, being a 5-time MVP winner.
Yeah, look, I'm obviously really blown away, and I'm just extremely honoured to receive this award. Look, you never go in thinking about it or worrying about it or trying to earn it. It's just, for me, it's about playing consistently and just trying to do what I can to help the team. I was extremely honoured to sit level 4th with Loz, and to go out and win it a 5th time. I'm just extremely, honoured. And obviously one of the biggest negatives is, getting knocked out in the semis. But yeah, look, I think with a new coach and, a pretty new team. I thought there was some really good aspects of this year, and I think we learned a lot. And and obviously we just got to build and keep working. I think this club is so professional on and off the floor, and behind the scenes and what we produce out on court, everyone is on the same page and wanting the same goal, and that's huge. And I know this club and inside out pretty well, and they recruit quality players and maximise our chances to win that title. So I have no doubt the Fire will come back next year stronger and chase that title again. My mum, she's the biggest, craziest supporter and always has been. My brother and his wife and my kids, my nephews, they're kids that are pretty incredible week in, week out. Doesn't matter where my headspace is at, they're always there to pick up the phone or come and visit. And then this club for sure, they've done so much for me and kept me on court, and just how professional everyone is here. It definitely helps, and with just getting on the court and playing and week in, week out, and obviously my teammates. Obviously I've played with Mia and Mick for the longest time that I've been here, and both great people, and me in particular being vice captain with me, and formed a friendship over the years, and I guess you learn about people, and you form those friendships, and that's the great thing about being in a team sport, and I can't thank those people enough.
Well, I'm joined here by a sideline reporter, Rachel Jarry, at halftime. Rach, you know the WNBL well, as we see behind us the Dual Empire dance crew here at Dandenong. Last Saturday night we were at Game 1 in Sydney, and we saw a great game day there. If this series goes to 3 and you live in Sydney, get along to Sydney University Sports Centre and see Game 3. But Rach, what do you make of the game so far?
Well, it's interesting. It was really, the first half was two totally different quarters. Dandenong came out on fire, but then Sydney pegged it back, and that's what they do so well. They've done that all season. So, yeah, it's really interesting. It's basically level at halftime, but it's definitely the rebounding that's been the difference.
Yeah, we've seen that. We see the veteran Belinda Snell with 6 rebounds, Hampson 5, Taylor 5. Their athleticism getting Sydney more shots. They've shot the ball horribly after shooting the ball incredibly in Game 1. The Brighton Sydney Uni Flames only 18% from the 3, where they murdered the Rangers in the game, but rebounding, giving them extra shots. I want you to talk to me though about Leilani Mitchell. You weren't in the league this year, but played at the Olympics with Leigh. You know her well. You played in the WNBL against her last year. What's your scout on how you slow down, if not try and stop Leilani Mitchell out there?
Yeah, it's really tough, and I know, people might say go and trap her, but she's just so smart, and she's so small, she can get through that gap, so I think you really got to mix it up. And I know, Dandenong are looking to trap her at times, but, if they go to that too often, she's just too smart for that. So I'd like them to mix it up, do different things, and, see if they can force her to do something different, because she's just controlling the tempo.
And we saw the smarts of Leilani Mitchell down the stretch in Game 1, really controlling it for the Flames. So no doubt the Rangers will be looking to put pressure on her. As we swap to the Rangers, Sarah Blitzars was huge for all of them in Game 1. She got to the rim at will with 25 points. A little bit quieter so far. You got a chance to chat to her at half-time. What were your thoughts talking to Sarah and watching her first half?
Yeah, well, I think it's noticeable that Sydney are trying to really pack in the key and stop those easy layups that Sarah and a few other girls got. So they've been trying to find that open man, and I think that worked for them especially well in the first quarter. Amy Clydesdale knocking down some three-point shots. So I think they'll look to go to that, but I love seeing Sarah aggressive, so I hope she just brings that in the second half and she can really drag her team over the line.
So that'll be good to watch. And one final matchup I'd love your thoughts on. We saw Jen Hampson have her way against the Rangers in Game 1. She was a real handful for them until Lauren Scherf came in the game, and that was the only matchup that nullified her somewhat. And we see again tonight, playing a bit more Lauren Scherf. We saw her go right at Hampson as soon as she came to the game. What do you make of the matchup between the two bigs?
Yeah, I think it's really great. Scherf's come on, had a really great cameo, hit some points, and, hopefully she just needs to get her hand on some more rebounds. I really like that matchup in Dandenong's favour. So, we might see a bit more of Lauren Scherf this half.
Little aggressive young Lauren Scherf. Thanks for the insights, Rach. We look forward to you roaming the sidelines during the second half. We'll let you enjoy some highlights of the first half, and I'll be back joined by Michelle Timms shortly with her thoughts on the first half here of WNBL Grand Final Game 2.
Give it up for Sarah from the Folkestone Blues.
Perfect.
Well done.
And Councillor, well done. Hopefully you still got your job when you go and see them here over there. Put your hands together for our winner of musical chairs. Sarah from the Frankston Boys. Give her a big round of applause. A prize for you there.
Few highlights there for people in the first half. Michelle Timms, I've got your back standing by my side. I feel much more comfortable when you're with me here.
It was a long line in that toilet, I tell you. No, sorry.
Michelle Timms, just as the point guard, I need you here to guide me through now. That's what I want your insights on first of all. Talk to me about the point guards out there, because Leilani Mitchell doing it for Sydney, but Amy Clydesdale raising the bar on game one with her efforts going 3 of 5 from the three-point line for the Rangers too.
Yeah, right on. Look, if I'm the Rangers, I would have spent a little bit of time talking about Leilani Mitchell. She's making me very nervous for the Ranger fans out there. She's just lurking around. You know, offensively, she's got the time and space. She's playing a really good game right now, and I don't think she's getting exploited. She hasn't had to work hard for the impact that she's had in the game, I don't think, and they're not exploiting her at the other end. So Leilani Mitchell, for me, I'm a little bit nervous if I'm a Ranger fan, because I think she's going to end up with a pretty big game. And the other one who I'm a bit nervous about is Snelly. Now, Belinda Snell, she's a vet, she's up and about, she's on the offensive glass and just making good decisions out there, and that's that maturity and experience that both those players bring, which is invaluable to that Flames outfit. When it comes crunch time, they make the right decisions.
Just a bit of desire to get it done too, Belinda Snell, when you know that your seasons are limited left in the game, and you've got a chance to win a championship by getting the win tonight. Snelly doing the dirty work. We see her with 6 rebounds and a half, and we see her creating for her teammates too. Just winding back the clock, throwing no-look passes, finding her teammates in the right spot.
Not enough of that in the league, eh? And she's just come up with 2 absolute highlights for us. The other one that I think is doing a pretty good job, who might not be on the stat sheet, but I think good things happen when Jacinta Kennedy's got the ball in her hands. Like, doesn't make the spectacular play, but gets the right person the ball when they need it. She's done a good job on Hampson, I thought, at times. So I think her, and as you mentioned, Scherf, did a pretty good job on Hampson as well. Hampson not having as big an impact to the game. And I think the thing that's really helped Sydney has been their desire to get on that offensive glass right now.
You mentioned Jacinta Kennedy.
Yeah.
We know it's her last game on this floor. three-time WNBL champion before she took an extended break from the game, won a grand final MVP, so no doubt Jacinta Kennedy with some smarts. How much of a difference to that emotion of the Rangers knowing they need a win tonight, otherwise it's the last game of her career? Does that play into it in the second half? Does that help or hinder how the Rangers go about it?
Oh, look, I'm sure they've probably talked about it in the change rooms. They've probably spoken about it. They've also obviously spoken about what they need to do this half. But for sure, they know that there's 20 minutes or however long it is left in this game, and they've just got to lay everything out there. They can't leave anything, any stone unturned. They've got to give it everything they've got.
Talk to me about the rebounding battle, because we saw Sydney shoot the ball at an incredible lick in game one, whereas tonight they've been poor. 34% from the field, 18% on the three, but they've killed the rebounding battle, so they've got extra touches keeping them in the game.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt so much, does it? You know, like they're shooting poorly, but they're absolutely cleaning up on the glass, the offensive glass. 12 offensive boards, that's huge. So I'm sure that's something that Larissa Anderson, I knew I'd get that wrong. Larissa Anderson would have spoken about is their need to make sure they're blocking out and keeping Sydney, who it's a scout, are great on the offensive glass.
Now, we've seen different contributors here. Final question before we're about to jump back to some live action. We've seen different contributors. How do you talk to a young player like an Alex Wilson, who had a massive game one? Similar age, Sarah Blitzar's had a massive game one, but a little bit quieter here in game two. You're the coaches. How do you talk about it to bring them back into the game for the second half?
I think Sarah's done okay. You know, I think Wilson's probably the one who's been a little bit more quiet. And the big thing you got to say is just play each play. You know, live in the moment. Don't try and force it. Let the game come to you. Maybe focus on getting a deflection or something little that she can control. You know?
Folks, you can see the players getting back on court behind us. Just enjoy the atmosphere. We're jumping back on the call. Don't go anywhere. Second half, WNBL Grand Final Game 2.
Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 of them. Not too bad. Thanks for coming along. Jaco Dandenong Rangers fans, are you here? And that's how loud we want you to be throughout this second half. This is our home. Let's make some noise. Let's go. Rangers, let's go. Let's go, Rangers. Let's go loud.
The Rangers crowd looking to start the second half as they have possession. Let's go, Rangers. Let's go. Ringing throughout Dandenong Stadium, the Rangers with first possession. The Dandenong Jaco Rangers need a win here to keep their season going. The Brighton Sydney Uni Flames, a win will see them crowned champions for season 2016-17. First shot doesn't go for the Rangers. The Flames now with a look to open their scoring first in the second half. Both teams going with their starting lineups to bring back the second half.
The Blitzarves and Taylor really going at each other down there.
Just a whole lot of feeling between those two. Equal fifth in the league MVP voting. So not a lot separating them all season. Jacinta Kennedy not finding Jen Hampson with a body. Too long, too strong on the finish.
Another offensive board. Anderson's not going to be happy about that, but what great defence by Blitzarves then.
Just a coach killer. Those offensive rebounds for the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. Linda Snell, her 7th rebound for the game. She's off and running, finding Asia Taylor.
And that was speed from Snell I haven't seen in a while. That was quick down the court and just a super passer.
Snelly pulling out all the tricks so far tonight. As the Flames jump out to a quick 5-point lead. The Rangers looking to steady the tempo in their half-court set. The ball in their captain's hand, Steph Cumming with 6 on the shot clock.
Sticking the ball too much. It's got to be. You've got to move that ball. I think that's an air ball. I thought Clydesdale had a wide open shot earlier on that she didn't see.
The Rangers disrupting off the floor, get the ball back. That's when the Rangers look dangerous, when they're disruptive defensively. We saw only 4 points on the fast break for them in game 1. Looking at game 2, again 2 in the first half. You'd have to think that number needs to be higher if the Jaco Rangers are going to get a win. How about the veteran Jacinta Kennedy dropping the 3 ball?
It's a great screen by Cummings too.
My apologies, long 2, worst shot in basketball. Just take a step back, Jacinta. Belinda Snell knows where the line is.
Told you she's dangerous, her and Mitchell.
Just says to her former Australian teammate, hey Sino, this is where you want to shoot it from. You get an extra point. Take that 3 for Belinda Snell. Ball sticking, as you said, Timsy, for the Rangers. Not able to get that zip in their half-court set. Little handoff
Yeah, got to
Comes
have that
off
one.
Kennedy's hand out of bounds.
Nice pass. I think Clydesdale needs to have a look at how Mitchell's defending her at the top there. You know, she's got plenty of space. I know it's early in the offense, but she's not playing much defense on her. When she comes off those screens and they switch, there's no one on her.
As we saw in game one, the Rangers looking to make someone other than Mitchell carry. Ton Hunter doing a good job denying the ball there. Snell happy to advance it in her hands though.
Oh,
Clydesdale, second steal in a minute. She's getting at the rim. That's the speed and athleticism of Amy Clydesdale. That's where she caused some issues. Picks up where she left off in the first half. She's been handy for the Rangers tonight.
Gosh, she's good. Hampson not having a great start to the second half. Blitzar's great use of body. Really dipped her shoulder into Wilson.
Just a little even her upper too. We saw Blitzar's called for the foul on Wilson in that exact same spot in the first half.
Now we see a reenactment of this. Taylor running interference for Mitchell.
Tonana making Mitchell work leads to a turnover. The Rangers out and running.
Don't do it. And there it is. The lead has disappeared. It's 45 all and a quick timeout as you'd expect.
Heck of a game of basketball. Fast-paced, end-to-end, both teams going at it. We'll see Rachel Jarry looking to line up someone to chat to on the sideline. As that looked like it might be Nat Porter they're talking to. Nat Porter, current sponsor of the Jayco Rangers, her company Empire. Obviously, though, former Sydney Uni Flames player, though. Rachel Jarry setting up next to Olympian Nat Porter. We'll go to them right now.
Got Nat Porter here, some more basketball royalty. Nat, thoughts on the game so far?
Oh, look, it's a super intense game. I'm loving how physical it is. I used to love playing physically, so it's good to see that it's super physical out there.
Tip, margin, Tip.
Rangers by 3. Snelly to drain a 3 to put it up even, and then they're going to come back down. Steph coming with the 3 to finish it.
All right, I like it. Back to you guys.
I love it. Look at the young fella in the spotty shirt, just seeing his moment, getting a bit of TV time there, Timsy. Nat Porter just enjoying life in her corporate box there, just giving a few little expert insights to former Olympian as we look at some replays.
Yeah, that was a tough finish by Blitzar. She tried to find her body to make it an M1. And Mitchell down the other end. Another good hands by Cummings. That's 2 turnovers in a row. Hampson and then Mitchell led the fast breaks. Hence, Rangers back in the ball game.
Literally, just as we said, the Rangers need to score more on the fast break. They do exactly that to bring it back to an even ball game, back to live action now. The Flames executing in the half court. Rangers steal again. They're off and running.
Rangers came out and clogged that up into a zone that time.
I love that. Out of a timeout, just
take that
throw to a
offensive
zone,
set,
yeah. Draw up whatever you like. I might just mess with you a little bit. Sydney Kennedy battling with Taylor on the glass. Asia Taylor couldn't come up with it, but they'll get the ball.
And as expected, Graves is back on and Hampson taken out for Sydney. Didn't have a great start to that the third quarter.
The tempo of the game makes a massive difference to how Jen Hampson fits in. If it's up and down, that's got to play into the strength of the Rangers as you see the Flames making an adjustment. Pull into Snell! Money!
Wow. There's that zone. Snelly snuck around the base there.
Pull into Snell says, what? You said zone?
Yeah.
Maybe not. The Rangers half-court set. Here's that battle again. Taylor and Blitzar's. Blitzar's settling for the mid-range jumper.
I don't like that jumper. It's too early on the clock. It's contested. I just don't think that's a great decision.
Especially Taylor has had issues throughout the season with foul trouble, so you'd like to see Blitzar's challenging her, getting at the rim. Alex Wilson, you talk about getting back in the game in the second half. It's a little confidence builder for Alex Wilson.
Rangers need to be a little bit more patient.
Handy one for Sydney too, just bringing that buffer back. Snell 3, Wilson 3, just jumping back out to a 6-point lead. Looks like that one might be on Wilson though.
Six on the clock, 6 seconds to go. Get the ball down, a little bit of pass penetration into Blickars where she was about to go to work.
That foul on Wilson though, making it difficult for her. Foul trouble, they're leaving her out there though.
They weren't sure who the foul was on, so they're taking her out now.
And just the timing you didn't want. She's just hit a triple.
Yeah, exactly.
You think the Flames would like to see her out there, see if she can heat up a little like she was in game one. Not to be, though. Wilson to the bench. Nicholson back in. She was just as hot in game 1 too.
Great D. They trapped that on ball. Cummings coughed it up.
We've talked about the Rangers going to trap off the on ball. The Flames showing them how it's done. This time they cause a turnover. Belinda Snell. She can sniff a championship.
She's pushed it out to 8 now.
Snell,
Wasn't it just a minute ago it was even?
Don't you love the veteran studs? They have all the tools in the kit bag and just do what needs to be done. The Snelly picking her moments.
And that kills you. That turnover right there.
This is important right now, Michelle Tins. 4:20 to go in the third. The Rangers need to stem the bleeding. And that would have hurt.
That would have been
8-point margin. You wouldn't want it to slide out to double digits going into three-quarter time. The Rangers slowing the tempo.
Oh, so dangerous.
Belinda Snell again.
Game.
Belinda Snell quieter in game 1. She has come out to make a correction in game 2, Timsy.
You know what? I knew you couldn't keep her down 2 games in a row. Just shows you, you're just never too old, are you, to keep playing. You take care of your body, which she's done a really good job of. And here she is.
We just see some of the highlights there. Snell going at it. We're trying to get you some audio over from the Jayco Rangers timeout. Rach Jarry listening in there. We'll get her thoughts coming out of the timeout.
She's stealing it. Laying the ball up. She's having a heck of a third quarter is Snell. Real dangerous sign.
Rach Jarry listening in. Now's the time for the Dandenong Jayco Rangers. 4 minutes to go in the third, a 10-point game. They need to string this back. You wouldn't want this to be double digits going into a fourth quarter and the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames a chance to win for a championship in the last quarter.
Got to take care of the ball again in the offensive end. They're not just turning the ball over, they're turning it over to fast breaks.
And it was the alternative of that. It was the Jayco Rangers causing turnovers that saw them bring the game back. But then, and overall, as we look at the numbers there, turnovers fairly even. Sydney shooting the ball a bit better. It's come back even now in terms of shooting percentage. Sydney have come out better in this third quarter.
It's what happens with the turnover, though, as we saw in the first game. Turnovers led to points for Sydney Flames in game 1. Turnovers didn't lead to points for Rangers in game 1.
It's a lot easier to shoot the ball a decent percentage when you're getting fast break layups. Lauren Jackson again getting around Snelly on the Twitter. Just looking to get it trending. Hashtag Snelly. Show them what you got. Still got. Twitter as well. Rach Jarry, such a natural with a mic, talking any sport, especially basketball. Let's hear what she's got to say now. Rach, what happened in that Rangers timeout?
Yeah, look, it was all about the defence and Snelly. So they're going to look to put Sarah Blitzarves on Snelly, show her a bit of size, but boy, how nice is it to see Snelly on fire. A bit of Snelly of old. I love it.
Jarry,
Did I hear that? Did I hear that it was Snelly? Blitzarves going to pick up Snelly? Is that what you said? Yep. Wow. Someone's got to lock her down.
So Sarah Blitzar's crucial at the offensive end for the Rangers. They're looking for her to play two-way. Great two-way defender. We'll see what she's got against a veteran. So perhaps the former Opal versus the future Opal there. We'll look for that battle to unfold. Oren Scherf, just some physical D there from Sinead Graves saying no. We see that.
Oh.
Blitzar's looking to pick up Snelly. To pay her just a little, getting in the way, and Blitzar says, why don't you meet my elbow? That foul called on Sarah Blitzarves. Now as they set in the half court, we'll see. Third foul on Sarah Blitzarves. They leave her out there though, 3:19. This is money time. She'll go to battle against Belinda Snell. Amy Clydesdale, so a different look guarding Leilani Mitchell. Oh, they go for the show and recover. Mitchell just poised, getting at the rim. Can't get the floater to go. Big box out, Ali Malott. Lauren Nicholson comes up with it though. Great box out, didn't secure the ball though. The Flames another look, 8 in the shot clock.
Oh, she's got to get off. She's got 3 seconds. Over a big hand too. To
pay a nice look. Sinead Graves hands on it. Steph Cumming now hustling. Both teams going at it. Who wants some more, Timsy?
Tell you what, right now Sydney have some real blue-collar workers out there in Graves and Nicholson. Players that you know are going to come up with possession for you.
And you got to love that. Both teams working hard, going at it. They couldn't see who was out off. They called the jump ball, the arrow, meaning it goes back to a Rangers ball. 10 points in it still, though. 2:45 left in the third. Flames ball off the jump ball there, Michelle Timms. 10-point ball game still with 2:45 left in the third. This is money time. All the chocolates on the line.
I'm not sure what the referees. It came off the glass, right? So it's a.
I believe they're called a jump ball. Arrow pointing Flames' way, so Flames ball.
I was wondering whether he's worried about the reset of the clock or what he's.
I like this sub for the Rangers. Rosie Fudlovich in the game for Sarah Blitzars. Sarah with 3, a chance to protect Blitzars a little. But Fudlovich was great in her minutes in game 1. Loves the dirty stuff, loves to play D. They've sent her out there.
Picked up a foul then, matey.
They've sent her out to try and nullify Belinda Snell, but that's only their second foul for the quarter. Why not use up one, just letting them know you're there? And the response from Cheryl Chambers, she says, if you want to sub Blitzars out, I'm going to throw Asia Taylor back at you.
Speaking of someone who likes to get nasty.
Nice look inside. Good hand from that Novacell.
Oh, there she is on the glass.
Disrupting the shot. The Rangers off and running. Malott at inside. They double her in the low block. Finding Clydesdale. Good ball movement for the Rangers. 10 on the shot clock.
Swing that quickly.
Wide open for Nat Novacell. Can't get it to go. The Rangers this time, their chance to secure the offensive glass.
Nice run down by the big girl.
Big possession now for the Rangers. Steph Cumming looking to come off the off ball. Her bridesmaid in a week time. Rosie Fudlovich setting the pick. Big offensive rebound again, Ali Malott. Fudlovich in for some of her first minutes. It's physical out there. 6 on the shot clock. Steph Cumming again, a chance to make a play.
Inside scoop. Wow, like it a lot.
And it counts.
Under the armpit. Nice inside scoop there.
Cumming getting at the glass. Renowned for pulling up on that mid-range jumper. So you saw her there. Just take the extra step. In under Nicholson. She got a chance for a bonus free throw.
Laid it up with her right hand under her armpit.
Nicholson still shaking her head. Steph Cumming to the line though. Chance to bring it back to a 7-point game. Minute 52 left in the third.
Malott came up big for the Rangers then. She had her money then, that last minute.
And game 1 was so big time. And again, we see game 2, multiple lead changes and a chance for both teams going down the stretch, seeing who wants to stand up, who wants it more. Like to see Susie Bakovic getting around you on Twitter there, Timsy. So true, age is just a number. Well said, Snelly, all class like a fine wine. Thanks for tuning in there, Suze. The Flames there executing 8 in the shot clock. There is that fine wine, bringing it into Asia Taylor. Aggressive at the rim. Double from the Rangers, shuts it down. They're off and running offensively.
Got to at least hit the rim.
Wide open Clydesdale. Belinda Snell, who else off the glass?
Reliable Snelly cleaning up the glass.
Leilani Mitchell now with the ball in their hands. That's the place that Cheryl Chambers likes it to be. She executes, picks her moment. Belinda Snell now 10 on the shot clock. Big triple. Oh!
Wow. And you know what? Mitchell was not happy with Tupeya. She drew all the defence and expected Tupeya to shoot it, but she said, I'm going to the money man.
You know what? I'll take that. Belinda Snell putting it back out to a 10-point game. The Rangers under pressure now to find a good look.
No.
Clydesdale hustling for the loose ball, won't get it. And the Flames a chance now to push into a further double-digit lead as we're knocking on the door of three-quarter time. 10-second differential on the shot and game clock. Mitchell cool as you like. Waving the screen away. Snelly now lurking. She explores the on-ball, finds Snelly again. Go back to the well, Belinda Snell.
It rhymes.
That one doesn't go. Wait
Taylor
for the call,
and
looks like.
getting tied up. I think that's going to go on Taylor. Might see that on the replay.
The fact Taylor's shaking her head and in the referee's ear makes me think that is who they've called the foul on.
It was competitive, but she probably got caught for hooking her hand on the back of Cummings' neck.
Her fourth foul for the Flames. We important with 12 seconds left. Any foul will send the Rangers to the free throw line. Sarah Blitzar's back in the game for the last 12 seconds. Jen Hampson brought in to protect the rim. Amy Clydesdale, little glance at the clock. 7 on it now as she gets right at the rim. Doesn't want it though, turns it over. Belinda Snell again from the half.
Oh, goodness, you could have almost called that a foul. What a great job by Snell. The Flames fans and supporters and Mitchell going off at the referee wanted that call. I probably would have called it too.
Look at the veteran smarts from Snelly. We might get a replay here. Turns it over, but just knows what's on the clock. Amy Clydesdale, would have been nice to see her lay that up, but Snelly, not panic, just bides her time, runs it down, just jumps into her old mate Jacinta Kennedy looking for a foul there. None coming, but 10-point ball game, 1 quarter left to play. Maybe the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames, Michelle Timms, with half a hand on the WNBL Championship trophy.
I think you might be right, Nate. Like I said earlier, they have such a good IQ about the game, Sydney. Chambers' game plan's been very, very strong for them as well, but the experience of Snell and Mitchell, their IQ is very good. They don't tend to have brain fades. And we've seen a few brain fades again tonight from Dandenong, and really turnovers that have really hurt them, which have translated into fast breaks.
So Sydney, like we say, half a hand, maybe a whole hand on the trophy here with a quarter to play, 10-point ball game. The Rangers only with 48 for the game. What do Dandenong need to find a way to claw back into this one, Tinsy?
I think offensively they've got to go to some of their sets. They've got to start seeing what the defense is giving to them. I know I spoke about that a little bit earlier in that third quarter, but I don't think they're actually seeing what the D's giving them. They're not recognising the switches. You know, when they're switching, they need to get it. The post player needs to dive. Don't let them switch. They've got to obviously attend to detail offensively, but defensively, have a look at these stats while they're up in air before they disappear.
Well, we see, as often happens in a game of basketball, things even up as they go along.
Yeah.
The Rangers have brought back that rebounding discrepancy a little bit. Sydney shot the ball a bit better percentage as it went, but the one stat that means the post right now is 58-48, and it's in favour of the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames.
See the look on those Rangers. It doesn't look like a bench who think they can get back in this ball game.
Let's hear from Ray Sherry about what happened there.
Cheryl just wants to go into this last quarter as if they're down by 10 rather than up by 10, so she wants to fight on every possession. She wants that defense intensity. First play, when they get the first play, look for Snelly to rise to the elbow and look for that elbow shot.
Well, nice take. Yeah, nice take by Cummings. Come out aggressive, putting the ball on the floor, not settling, getting into the paint.
And Cummings has been the go-to girl for the Rangers all season. As Belinda Snell, if you don't mind, in a championship deciding game for the Flames, comes out with 15 points and 9 rebounds at three-quarter time, and still a quarter to go as they go back to the well. Someone hose her down. Snelly was looking real hot. They were able to tie her up on that play there, though.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
Flames looking to execute from the baseline. Snelly comes out in that third quarter and just goes, you know what, I had 2 points at the half. I might just drop 13 on you in the premiership quarter. I know we're talking basketball, let's call it the championship quarter. 13 points in a quarter from 36-year-old Belinda Snell. How you going? The floor wiper just cleaning up a bit of Belinda Snell's sweat there. They might need to just get a bit on their hands and rub it under the arms, see if it just rubs off on them. Absolute champion there, Belinda Snell.
She's been huge.
3 seconds on the shot clock for the Flames.
I think they got the rim.
Jacinta Kennedy doing a great job. We saw earlier in the game they were able to find hands from under the rim on that play. Kennedy this time denying her. And that's the shot clock violation. The Rangers will get the ball back. 8-point ball game. Looking to claw this one back as they try and keep their season alive. And the career of that lady there, Jacinta Kennedy, alive. You called it about the veterans. The ball in Jacinta Kennedy's hands makes good things happen for the JK Rangers. Steph coming, attacking the rim. 201 centimetre. Hampson says no. That's a tough hand to shoot over, Timsy.
Yeah, that is a big hand.
So much length.
You know, 11 seconds on the clock.
Big volleyball background there, Jen Hansen. She showed it there with a heck of a spike out of bounds. Coming, though, a chance to make amends. Look at Sarah Blitzar's getting after it.
We need her to get back in the ball game if Rangers are going to have a sniff at this.
Leilani Mitchell just testing the D. Look at that change of pace now, going to Hansen under the rim.
Ouch, that hurts. It's Hansen.
Rewarding her for her work at the defensive end.
What a great pass, though.
It's a good option. If she's within 5 foot of the rim, getting the ball in her hands is a good thing for the Flames. They bring it back out to 10 points. Pick and roll now for the Rangers. Coming, thinking twice about it, seeing Hansen there protecting the rim. Leilani Mitchell.
She does that very well when the ball goes into the block. She's roaming as a defender and puts a lot of heat on those post players.
Alex Wilson on the rim. Layup doesn't go. Gets it back on the O-glass. Leilani Mitchell.
Yeah, feeling it, but I think there's probably a good chance then. That was early on that shot clock reset, so probably should have taken it out and used that 14 seconds.
Good extra pass.
Looking tired.
Good extra pass. Steph Cumming, just no legs on it. Amelia Todd Hunter.
The Hunter. We haven't seen that all game.
As the name suggests.
She is well known for that. Likes to come underneath and get those steals.
Tired legs fall short for Sarah Blitzar's. Both teams just working hard out there, but players looking dead on their feet, Timsy.
Well, Mitchell, when she ran over here near our bench to get that ball to play some D, looked very, very tired.
There is 10 players out there, no exception. They're all sucking in the deep ones.
Oh, what a split by Mitchell. Then the dish out. Swing, swing. Well, that was anti-climax there, but nice patch of play by Sydney. Nice split by Mitchell and then on ball.
Absolute elite operator off the on ball, Jacinta Kennedy. Smart play.
Yeah, Snell saying you can earn that one. Just up. You get yourself to the foul line.
Smart play by Kennedy, though, knowing that herself and other players blowing a bit, just gets herself to the foul line. Chance for a little breather. Stops the clock as well, which for the Rangers, you're trying to claw it back. Just stopping that game clock as you're trying to get back into the game is a smart play. Steph Cumming with a quick breather for the Rangers. Nat Novosel now in the game. Just Sydney Kennedy to shoot two. No luck for Kennedy on the first. 7-11 left potentially in season 16-17 of the WNBL.
There's a lot of life left in this ball game, no doubt.
No doubt.
You just get the sense that, Sydney, the experience, Snell taking a quick break now so she can burst back onto the scene and finish this game out.
Well, you talk about the vibe on the bench, the feeling, the life's out of the game. This Ranger crowd's a bit quiet. The bench, you see, they're looking for a spark from somewhere.
Yeah.
Where does it come from, Tibbsy? The Rangers needing a little spark. Their captain and leader, Steph Cumming, on the bench.
Todd Hunter, a little Blitzars, a little bit of the vet. Novosel's been very quiet. I'm a massive fan of Novosel, but she's been a bit quiet tonight.
That Taylor Blitzars battle continuing on. Blitzars making her earn it on the inbounds and then just making her work up the floor. Leilani Mitchell again.
Hasn't she just come in her own?
Little handoff, Taylor rolling the basket. Leilani Mitchell gets the ball where the players want it.
Yeah. Have a look at this pass here. Nice.
Leilani Mitchell, an elite operator off the on-ball, finding Taylor rolling to the basket. The Flames with it back now, 10 on the shot clock. Tapeo attacking the rim. This could be an easy basket that the Rangers need. Novus on the break, smart foul. Mitchell pulling it up. Although, is it a smart foul? You don't like that, do you, Timsy?
No. Well, I'll tell you what, it's probably only a first, so it's not probably a bad thing with only 6 minutes to go. Because she doesn't tend to get too dirty defensively. You see that good D by Todd Hunter and hand there by Novosel. It's a good early foul.
Both teams with smaller lineups out there now. Blitzar's at the 4 for the Rangers. Tapeo guarding her, maybe her. Tapeo doing a good job, too strong.
She is small in stature, but she is strong as an ox. Tell you,
As you go to the replay.
Against Blitzar's, she is strong.
A little bit of pulling the chair out too. Blitzar, they got the bump. Blitzar's wanting the contact and then just leant in and didn't get the contact and little shuffle step. The Flames with the ball back, 9-point game. 6:30 left in the game, potentially the season for both of these teams. Heck of a WNBL season. And this final doing it justice. Taylor again rolling to the rim.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Dandenong are doing on that on-ball, but Todd Hunter can't afford to hit screens.
That has been the narrative this whole final series. How the Jayco Rangers handled the on-ball in the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. Inside to Jacinta Kennedy going to work against Taylor. Inside-outside action. Clydesdale look at the triple. Novacell getting after the glass. Both teams wanting it. Love the hustle both sides.
Great stuff.
Last touch in that Novacell, the Flames for the ball back.
I thought Cummings just hung on to that a little bit too long. I mean, they got the shot they wanted in the corner, but Clydesdale was open a little bit earlier.
Together for our floor wipers as well. They do a great job. Volunteer.
You don't want to do offensively. You don't want to stick the ball. You want to get that ball moving, hot potato style.
You find it at all levels though, Timsy. When a game gets tight, you fall back to one-on-one basketball. The ball sticks a bit. It's harder to go to that fluent movement, isn't it? The Rangers again forcing someone other than Mitchell to carry the ball. Todd Hunter back with her assignment on her, trying to keep it out of her hands. She has it now, though. The Rangers now going smaller with Blitzars out of the game. Cumming being forced to guard the taller, more athletic Taylor.
Wow. 2 seconds on that shot clock. What's being called here? Foul on Asia Taylor. Picks up the foul.
As you see on the screen, Sinead Greaves finding the humour in it. That might be Taylor coming out with her fourth there, looking to protect her as we look at the replay.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
We see the call there, her in the back of Todd Hunter. So they say Taylor out, Hampson in. So the Flames immediately going back to that longer lineup. Still though smaller at the 4 after Hampson. To pay her at the 4 for the Flames. The Rangers very small. Malone at the 5 and it.
Oh, good to pay her.
Coming at the 4 and the Flames. That small ball working well for them. Keeping it an 11-point ball game. 5 minutes on the clock. The Rangers need to find some stops.
Oh, offensive on Tapia. Wow. You want that switch, changing momentum. These little fouls, offensive fouls like that, is exactly what the Rangers need. They've just got to make the most of it at the other end. And we see it on the replay here.
And there's one stop there. And what is a crucial number right now is 14 fouls to the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. So if there's any way the Rangers can find their way back in the game, each foul sends them the line, the clock stops as the Rangers look to grind their way back into this final. If they aren't able to, we'll see the champion being crowned.
You know, you just need to change sides there.
Just looking a little bit like the Flames want it more on that play as they advance the ball now through Nicholson. She was huge in game 1. She's been great again game 2. Crucial baskets there. Nicholson coming off the bench, contributing for the Flames.
Dandenong getting a couple of stops, but they can't put it on the scoreboard, putting scoreboard pressure on.
You think the Rangers needing to be aggressive at the rim now, looking to put pressure on the D. Each foul goes to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper's not going to do it. Tupeya
just throwing herself at the basket there.
Sensing a championship not far away. Tupeya getting right after it.
And as expected, Snell I didn't think she'd be left off too much longer. She's got 4 minutes left in those legs. Big star Cheryl Chambers as she puts her back into the ball game.
We go to a timeout. 4:12 to go in the context of the game and context of any game of basketball in a championship decider. The Brighton Sydney Uni Flames 64 leading the Jayco Rangers 51. Rachel Jarry listening in to the Jayco Rangers timeout. We'll look to hear what Larissa Anderson's got to say as the Rangers now desperate to find a way to force this to a game 3.
They've had their chances. The Rangers picking up a couple of, you can see their offensive fouls off the Flames, but they just haven't been able to convert down the other end. Sticking the ball, you're not changing sides. You know, credit the Flames, good defense, but just haven't been smart offensively, the Rangers. That was a big basket by Nicholson. Couldn't believe how wide open she was. Look at this rebound by Tapia. Todd Hunter going in for the rebound, unfortunately got under her.
And when you get a sniff that you're on the verge of winning a WNBL championship, you just get some superhuman powers. You sit there and go, I'll jump a little higher, I'll get at it a little bit harder.
Oh, look, I think she's been playing like that all game, to be honest.
True.
She's been throwing herself at the ball offensively. She's picked up a couple of an offensive foul, but she's been pretty hard at it all game to pay up.
That is the story the numbers have told all game.
Look at that rebound.
That the Pride and Sydney Uni Flames
28.
absolutely cleaning up on the glass. Let's hear what Race Jarry's got to say. She was listening into that timeout.
Yeah, Larissa's just looking for her team to run some ISO, so they're going to look at matchups now, and I think they'll try and get blitz arms on some holds, and they just want to get up in defence, try and get some stops.
Great to get the insights there from two-time Olympian Rachel Jarry. Now or never for the Dandenong Jayco Rangers. 5 years ago, they lifted up the WNBL Championship trophy for a third time as a franchise. You see those three banners hanging in the rafters here. Maybe Larissa Anderson might have just said, hey, why don't you just glance up and have a look at those? We wouldn't mind adding a fourth,
No,
but
I don't think
you're going to have to come out and get it
that.
done right now. If they can't get it done in the next 4 minutes, it'll be the Pride and Sydney Uni Flames winning their fourth championship as a franchise. And this is after 6 losses, Michelle Timms. 16 years ago, they won it.
What a fantastic finish. Great catch by Hampson. Wilson threw that up, or was it Tapia? Hampson getting an unbelievable tough angle as Novosel goes to work. But there's the ring protector. She scores a basket at one end, protects the other one at the other.
And Jen Hampson, usually pretty calm how she goes about it, but just real aggressive, nodding her head there, doing it at both ends for the Flames. As I said earlier, elite volleyball background, just practicing her old little spiking technique there on the defensive end. Lauren Scherf in the game. Steph coming. Big look.
Ooh.
Triple. Still life in it yet. Tapia advancing for the Flames. Just raising a hand to say, why don't we just slow this down a little? We're in no rush. Linda Snell knows the scenario.
Oh, Wilson, how aggressive. Great defence by Cummings.
Steph coming. Sends it out. Sends the Rangers off and running. Another look at the triple. Novosel.
There's a big rebound right here. Oh.
In and out.
Wow.
Nicholson comes up with it for the Flames. They again slow the tempo. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Potentially in the season. As the Flames assess their options with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Nicholson likes it. Tapia doesn't mind the rebound.
Gee, I don't know. You've got a 6'6", is it on you? You get an offensive glass and you're trying to milk the clock. I'm kicking that thing out and going to something in the name of Linda Snell, I think.
Well, you're just young.
I mean, yeah, was a foul called then, Nate, or was it?
Yeah, Talia Tapia on the rebound,
Still,
the offensive glass
kicking
again.
The ball out, but yeah.
It's been the story all game, though. The Flames just winning the battle on the glass. And it's hurt the Rangers as the Flames able to capitalise with second shot opportunities on a consistent basis.
Well, she's going to be an exciting player to watch in the future, Tapia. Just hear so many great things about her. Cheryl Chambers can't speak highly enough about what she's done in her team.
Big raps on Tapia, and we didn't see the best of her in game one. Foul trouble,
No.
keeping her quiet. She's been crucial for the Flames in this game. Same spot, same result. 11-point game. The Rangers still have life.
And much smarter, going to their best play sets, which they need to do, and that's an offense that's, Tapia really feeling it. That's an offense you can get into really quick, so you're not running a lot of time off the clock, and it's just giving them back-to-back. Well, not back-to-back, there's been a possession in between, but 2 threes in the corner from Cummings.
Little foot over the line, making it a 2, though.
Oh, dang it.
That one
How do
less
players
point.
do that?
It hurts you. Makes it 12 rather than 11. Tapia back to the free throw line. Both teams now in the bonus. Each foul seconds the line.
The other thing I've seen a lot of this year is players, which is unheard of, slipping out of court when they take that shot. Ice from Tapia from the foul line. Makes the first.
Tapia, whack, 14 points, 220. That's the equation. The Rangers again looking for a quick hit.
Going to it again.
They're running the same look, that little shut the door screen. This time it's Clydesdale for the triple.
Nice.
Nice look, offensive rebound, Novosel. Lefty hook for Scherf. Tapia again on the glass.
I can't believe it. Breakdown defensively. The Flames there nearly gave the Rangers a third swack at it that same play.
Smart play by the Flames using the clock. Now the
Yeah.
ball in Mitchell's hands. Great screen and roll action. The foul there, though.
You've got to keep the ball out of Mitch. I mean, really, I'm stating the obvious, but you've really got to lock her up right now. Not let her touch the ball.
Give credit, though, to the Brighton Sydney Uni
absolute.
Flames. Keep it out of Mitchell's hands. They've had some depth.
Yeah.
Contributors from the bench in Nicholson, Tapia. Wilson's been great. We've seen Snelly tonight with a veteran performance. Hampson's been good, so you keep it out of Mitchell's hands. There's been plenty of others getting the job done.
But I think this is a much better game for Mitchell tonight. She's just felt she's been in everything. She's I think she's done a lot more offensively tonight than she did last week, even though she ended up with 15 points in the last game. She's been in control,
In the last quarter, when it was there to be won, she was massive. And that brings me to the conversation as potentially we see this as the last game of the season.
Oh, another turnover.
The Rachel Spawn MVP trophy to be presented, the best player for the finals series out of these two teams.
Oh.
Timsy, who's on your mind? Has Mitchell done enough? Snelly's been huge in game 2, quieter in game 1.
And Wilson huge in game 1.
Wilson massive in game 1.
Blitzar's been huge in game 1.
Hanson,
okay in game 2.
Hampson steady across both for the Flames. Coming a big factor for the Rangers both times. I'll let you think about it a bit.
I don't know.
Because you might have about a minute 26 of game time to make a prediction. As the Rangers foul again, we'll go to the free throw
totally
line.
Distracted me from the last minute 26 now. As we see Coach Cheryl Chambers clearing a bench out, and Wilson and Tupaya coming off the court. I'm very impressed with Tupaya.
And a sign
Also
that
doing
this one may be done. The Flames fans are up and about.
Yep.
Cheryl Chambers getting a bench in the game. Sarah Graham's out there for her first minutes.
And I might take this opportunity to. I did do a bit of a poll with a lot of the past.
Yes,
Opal
I know. I've
players
heard
that I
about this
went
poll.
to.
Let me hear. Carly Bogue also in for her first minutes as well
Yes, and the
for the
majority.
Flames. Talk to me about this
Yeah,
poll. What were the predictions
greats
out
of,
there?
Christy Harrow, Lauren Jackson, Susie Batkovich. Pretty much. Ooh.
Natty Novosel just trying to keep it alive just a touch longer.
Pretty much everybody, except for maybe 2, said it was going to be Sydney in 2 games. Just the,
Well, this is where you need to tell me who didn't predict that.
yeah. Well,
Michelle
I think
Timms,
Robert Marr thought it was going to go to 3. So, and I can pull it up quickly.
I'll let you look back on your research there and find out who it is. I mean, if this does go as it looks like it might now, credit to the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. Jeepers, Nat Novosel, though, keeping it alive. Turns it over, layout, bringing it back. The Rangers looking to be disruptive off the floor. Leilani Mitchell, a difficult one to pull up. The Rangers now looking for a steal or a foul just to keep some time on the clock. Sarah Graham, one they want to foul. They'll send her to the line.
And you know how smart is Snelly? She knew they were going to foul, so she's got a little mate Sarah Graham to the foul line there. So
Well, if she was even smarter, she'd get herself to the foul line, wouldn't
no,
she?
come on. She's thinking, what does she need? Another 2 points next to her name.
True.
She's already knowing she's getting another championship, so she's getting her little mate on the scoreboard. Tough gig when you've been sitting there for, do your maths, how many minutes that is, coming on the last 2.
I'll call it just a touch under 39 with 1:04 left. No mistake on the second for Sarah Graham. She's on the score sheet in a WNBL Grand Final. Jen Hansen subs out. Shanae Graves back in. She gets her plaudits from the fans. And what a great narrative. We've mentioned it a few times tonight. Give it to me. Who didn't have your prediction?
Tully Bevilacqua had, all the way from the USA, had Sydney in 3. Everybody had Sydney, but the majority had them in 2. But Bevilacqua and Annie Lafleur thought it would be done in 3. Robin Marr, I believe, thought it was going to be done in 3. But Sharon Milner said it was going to be done in 3.
You know what? It easily could have gone to 3. 2 great teams, but credit to the Brighton Sydney Uni
Michelle
Flames.
Cleary in 2 said that. Pulling them all out of the woodworks now.
You know what? And this is the thing. We saw the narrative. There was a couple of crucial things, how they handled the on-ball, what they did stopping Leilani Mitchell, and in terms of how much the Rangers get points in transition, and it came down to it. The Brighton Sydney Uni Flames too good, and we mentioned it a few times already tonight. What great storylines. Belinda Snell wins her second WNBL championship as a 20-year-old 16 years ago with the Flames. She's still out there now, 16 years later, to get her third, and the Flames fourth as a franchise after 6 out of 7 years following that championship
It's
win.
incredible.
Disappointment in the grand final, but tonight they'll be lifting the WNBL championship trophy. And you talk about narratives.
Rachel Spawn, Sydney in 2.
Well, you talk about narratives too, as you see Cheryl Chambers is over there slapping fives from last on the bench right down to Karen Dalton. Cheryl Chambers, a long hiatus out of coaching in the WNBL, was still coaching at other levels, won herself a Seaboard Championship, got the opportunity this year. Husband, kids based in Melbourne went, you know what, I'm going to take this, I'm going to commute, brings the team together. What a job bringing this group together.
Yeah,
Gets
exactly.
a young lady, Leilani Mitchell, who's a big contributor, comes in. But she's brought together a team that love playing together, and they're going to be rewarded with a WNBL championship.
They certainly are. You know, getting Snell late and just being able to... They didn't get off to a great start. But full credit to, Cheryl Championship? That's what we'll call her from now on. Cheryl Chambers.
Championship Chambers, you reckon? No, Vassell, just a chance.
Snell just padded her stats again.
Belinda Snell, a double-double in the deciding game of WNBL Championship.
No way you're going to be able to keep her down 2 games in a row, and she's been absolute MVP performance in this game.
She's been good this game, but the lady with the ball in her hands right there, Leilani Mitchell, as they run down the clock, she's my call for the Rachel Spawn MVP. She's been crucial.
Tries to get one
the Australian point guard.
3 seconds to go and they're clearing the court. They're getting on the court. They have to get everybody off the court still. There's still three to go.
And as we celebrate the Flames, spare a thought for number 9 out there for the Dandenong Jayco Rangers, Jacinta Kennedy, a heck of a career in 2 stints, and tonight we'll see her bow out of the WNBL. And that's it. Right there, you see them celebrate. The Brighton's Sydney Uni Flames, 75, defeat the Dandenong Jayco Rangers, 62. The Flames are champions once again, Michelle Timms.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Rachel Jarry will look to get in amongst that and grab one of the Flames to have a chat to them.
She's taking selfies with him in the background to do her work, tell her.
She's out there taking pictures. Rach, get in and get us an interview. Talk to one of these Flames players. As you're getting a brief moment now to think about it, Timsy, what do you make of it? What was the key for the Flames getting over the line here in Game 2?
I think we've already mentioned it, the offensive glass, the relentless persistence on the boards, winning that, smashing that, and Snell and Mitchell coming together, combining for just both wonderful performances tonight. Mitchell looked in control from the get-go, even though Dandenong tried to change it up. As we see down the other end, very sad for Jacinta Hamilton. She's, Jacinta Kennedy, she's trying to hold it together as all her team gather around to hug her.
And you look at significant emotion from the Jayco Rangers down that end. They called Jacinta Kennedy Mother Duck. She's such a special contributor to this group of young girls. They look up to her. And what an inspirational story to all the young women out watching the game today. Takes a time out of the game, representing Australia, 3-time WNBL champion, won a grand final MVP, pulled a halt on her international career and went, I'm going to follow my husband's soccer career and start a family. 3 kids later, 9 years later, after playing him with the Seaboard, goes, you know what, I'll give the WNBL a crack again, and she's been great the last 2 seasons.
Cannot imagine doing that, having that long out of the game and just coming back and being able to play.
Stay with us here on the live stream. We'll look to get some interviews very soon, and we'll go all the way through until the presentations tonight, so don't go anywhere. You're going to see the presentations of the WNBL 16-17 champions. You see them right there in the huddle celebrating the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames.
I think most people picked it. I think the first game was a little surprise, took everyone by surprise.
And there she is. Rachel Jarry, she hustles when she's playing. She's a bit slack getting us an interview out there, but she's managed to get herself Belinda Snell. We're looking at them getting set up. We'll go to them live in just a moment. As you can see on screen, everyone gathering around Jacinta Kennedy. She's positive and smiling as always. But we see her out there, Snelly, getting it done in Game 2. We'll cross to her with Rach Jarry now.
All right, amazing game, Snelly. Just tell us how you're feeling.
Over excited, just so happy that we finally got the championship back to Sydney. It's been, I think, 16 years, so it's been a while. I'm just happy to share it with these girls. It's been a great season.
And yourself, back to some vintage Snelly shooting. I know everyone was loving it back home. I saw Lauren Jackson tweeted in. She was loving it. So how'd that happen? You just...
Look, I had a shocker in the first half. I was just concentrating on getting rebounds, making some nice passes. I'm just glad I finally hit some shots in the second half, and I'm so excited. These girls deserve this and work so hard, and it's just an honour to take it back to Sydney.
What about Cheryl? She just seems to have been such an amazing influence on you girls and really got that team chemistry going.
Yeah, absolutely. The chemistry here has been amazing, and Cheryl's just, everybody's been enjoying the season, the Trivia Tuesdays that she brings out, the on the racket shoot around. It's just been an amazing season, and it's a shame it's had to end, but we're glad it ended on the right note.
That's awesome. All right, go enjoy yourself. Congrats.
Look at that. Belinda Snell, just hands on the hips, sitting there just enjoying herself. Still a double-double in the grand final, 15 and 11.
Insane line she's got. 15 points, 11 boards, like you say, shooting at a clip of 42% from the three-point line, 40% from the field. Just a great performance.
So, Timsy, I'm going to leave you and Rachel Jarrett to unpack the game as I head on out, because I'm going to jump on that stage in just a moment to do the presentations. I'm going to hand over to Rachel Jarrett. Michelle Timms, it's been an absolute pleasure calling the game with you. I'll leave you and Rachel to unpack it.
It's always tough. And you're saying goodbye
Natalia
to a fantastic crowd.
Tupay ends up with 11 points. We'll go through, we might take a moment to go through the stats.
Yeah.
Rachel Jarry, I can't see a darn thing because I didn't bring my glasses, so I'm going to leave that up to you. Let's have a look at the team lines. You see anything there that we can pick out from...
Well, the first thing that jumps out to me is rebounding. 52 rebounds Sydney, 34 Dandenong. So
yeah,
I think that's
a telling story right there.
100%. And it's...
how many offensive boards there, Rach?
10 offensive to Dandenong, 20 to Sydney. So 20. Just too many second chance.
Sydney had 12 at half time, finishing with 20. That's unbelievable. 20 offensive boards. And what Susie Batkovich tweeted, who wants it more? And that sort of stat with the offensive board tells you exactly who wanted it more.
All right, I think we're just going to cross over to Nathan with the presentations.
All righty.
We are about to have our presentation up on the stage. It's almost ready. I'm going to throw it over to Nathan soon.
Last time the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames won a championship, you were a 6-year-old running around in Puzzle Park at Murray Bridge. And now you see yourself in game one, crucial, leading the Flames in 22. Tonight, some foul trouble hampered you, but you still contributed late. How's you feeling? You're a WNBL champion once again.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. It's incredible. This bunch of girls are amazing coming into the season. You know, we weren't sure how we were going to go, and we've ended up winning the whole thing. So it's an incredible feeling, and it's great for Sydney to bring home the championship again. It's been a long time.
Now, your captain, Belinda Snell, won her second when she was 20 with the Flames 16 years ago. Now she gets her third. You're getting your second, and you're 4 days shy of your 23rd birthday. So, did you have a chat to the team? Was this a special birthday present that you said, I wouldn't mind a championship for my birthday?
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to Mum, and Mum was like, what do you want for your birthday? I said, a championship will be fine, and that's it. If I've got that, I don't really care. So, yeah, it's great to be able to do it for Snelly. Snelly's a great person. She's a great player, and she played so well tonight. So, this win just means a lot to everyone.
Ali, once again, congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates.
So, Rach, tell us a little bit about three-point percentage. You've still got that circled there on the stat line.
Yeah,
that's
really
hurt.
It does hurt. Dandenong going at just 22% for the game, 5 from 22, and. Yeah, just looking down the stat line, Amy Clydesdale got off to a blinder with her three-pointers but ended up 3 for 9. Steph Cumming 2 for 6. Probably would have liked to shoot a little bit better. Nat Novosel 0 for 4. So just down the line, they just were all a little bit off tonight.
We were speaking about Leilani Mitchell looking a bit tight. Actually, we're going to cross right now over to Leilani Mitchell with Nathan Stremple.
I found Leilani Mitchell amongst it. It doesn't even look like you've had a sweat. Both game one and game two, just in control, running the point on the call with Michelle Timms, herself a former Opals point guard, just saying the key was to stopping yourself and how you operate on the on-ball, and in the end you were able to just control it and get your team over the line. How does it feel to be a WNBL champion?
Amazing. Sorry, I lost my voice a bit, all the yelling in the game, but we had a lot of players step up, especially Belinda Snell. She played amazing for us in the second half, and she's our captain. She's our experienced player, and she knows what it takes, and she wanted it. She was hungry, and we all just kind of followed in her footsteps. So the team played great. It feels great that we could do this for her. She's sort of, winding down her career, so we're all happy, and we're excited.
Well, you talk about Belinda Snell, a 13-point third quarter was pretty crucial for her as your captain, but a couple other players who've been big for you all season, big in status and big in stature as well, and you've just been a joy to watch you operate with them on the on-ball. Asia Taylor, your fellow All-Star 5 teammate, and also Jen Hampson at 6'7", the way you've been able to find them rolling the basket all season, but especially in Game 1 and Game 2, that's been crucial for you.
Yeah, I mean, it makes my job easy when we have so many threats out there. So Jen, you know, she does a good job. She's not only tall, but she's got soft touch around the rim, and she's got good hands, so she can catch all those lob passes we throw up there. And obviously Asia and her athleticism, it's hard for people to control her. They did a good job with her tonight, I thought, but she still got some easy looks, especially coming off the pick and rolls, like you said. They're just a pleasure to play with, and I'm glad that we could win this together.
Well, Leigh, everyone watching has enjoyed watching you represent our country at the World Champs, at the Olympics, and now you're a WNBL champion. Why don't you go celebrate with your teammates?
Thank you.
Very, very shortly.
You know, it was interesting for me is Mitchell's stats are very similar to Game 1, yet I think I thought her impact in this game was much greater tonight than it was in Game 1.
Yeah, I think she played more consistently over the 4 quarters tonight, and she just really leads her team. She controls the tempo, and I think Dandenong just found it really hard to sort of break her rhythm tonight.
Yeah, they really did a good job, and I thought in the first quarter of Game 1 of breaking her rhythm, she took an airball first shot, couldn't get into rhythm on the second shot, and it wasn't until the last quarter where she really blew up, but she played an absolutely fantastic game tonight. I thought she was in total control, like you say.
Yeah, for sure. Just looking at her stats, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but she just has such a big influence over the game. You don't even really need to look at her stat sheet to know that.
The interesting one for me now, Rach, is who's going to win the Rachel Spawn MVP for both games. And I'm not quite sure. I can't pick it, to be honest. I mean, it might actually end up in Leilani Mitchell's hands. You know, she was okay in Game 1. She had that massive half of the that last quarter, and she had a great game tonight. And, you know, Snell had a wonderful game tonight. Was very quiet the first game. Then Wilson had a wonderful game, but a little bit more quiet tonight. So, and then there was Blitzard for Dandenong, had a great first game, but a little bit, you know, she was okay tonight. But I think it's probably going to have to go to Mitchell, I think.
Yeah, I think so. You know, Sydney really pride themselves on sharing the scoring around and being such an even team. So it's always hard to pick an MVP from a team like that. But I think Leilani probably just stepped up in both games when her team needed her to. So that probably just gets her the win for mine.
Well, very happy, very, very happy supporters and Sydney Flames players, as you could imagine, had a huge crowd down here.
Yes.
And a whole, all behind, it was probably about, I want to say maybe a couple of hundred supporters at least in the blue and yellow Flames. So they came out. There are a few Melbourne players in that team, as well as a Melbourne coach.
Here at the stadium at Dandenong Stadium,
as we cross to Nathan.
And also those watching around Australia and around the world. Thank you for joining us for what has been a great conclusion to another classic WNBL season in WNBL 16-17. Nathan Stremple is my name. It's my pleasure to conduct the official proceedings here at the conclusion of the grand final. I'd like to welcome the official partners to the stage, WNBL stage, with good hands together. For their Hogan, Basketball Australia Champion, Anthony Law, CEO of Basketball Australia, and Sally Lewis, and now I'd like to invite to the microphone for a short word of welcome, Basketball Australia Chairman, Anthony Hogan.
Thanks very much, Nathan. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we've seen a fabulous game tonight. It's really incredible quality of the WNBL. It's one of the world's very best leagues, and I think we saw a fabulous game tonight. I'd like to just take a couple of things. There are many special guests here tonight. I'd particularly like to welcome Mayor Chair Domenici from the City of Dandenong and the councillors. Mayor, I thought you were hard done by the musical chairs tonight, but apart from that, it was great to see you here. I'd particularly like to welcome Basketball Victoria President Mike Mainbridge, who's come all the way from Sydney, and I think has probably done more to assist the WNBL and women's basketball in Australia than anything from the national Ryan. And I know she's down the front of the summer, so please acknowledge the work that Ryan's done over many years. I'd like to acknowledge the work that's done by our Basketball Australia WNBL management team, led by the CEO Anthony Moore, Paul May, GM of the competition team, in particular. Sally Phillips, you've done a fabulous job this year. You should be very proud of the competition that you've run. Congratulations. Of course, the game wouldn't be what it is without the referees, and I think we're around somewhere, but thank you to the referees. And to our officials tonight, our school officials, for the job you've done both tonight, and all of our officials who are here. To the Dandenong Jacobo Rangers, Melissa, and your team, you've done a great game tonight. It's always tough to lose, but I think that you did the home crowd proud. And I'd particularly like to acknowledge Jacinta Kennedy's effort and game tonight, so congratulations to Jacinta.
It's been a very long journey for the Bride and Sydney University Flames. 2001, 6 grand final losses before getting here, and to the team, to the girls, Cheryl, to Lee Green, Karen Dalton, and all of the support staff. I just think you've done a fabulous job. You deserve this, and you should celebrate hard. Lastly, for the Sydney University Flames, I'd like to acknowledge the work of the administration led by Rob Smith. Rob's been a fantastic advocate for your team, for this league, and Rob, I'd like to acknowledge the work that you've done. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to move on to the presentation for the game and the referees to the award-winning grand final referee McGovern, and they'll be presented by the CEO of Basketball Australia, Anthony Moore. First of all, put your hands together for Jason Kennedy. And for Sarah Carey. And John Chapman. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to acknowledge all the fans staying here in the stadium, the Dandenong Jacobo Rangers fans staying around to pay respects, and also the Bride and Sydney Uni Flames fans who've travelled to be here. A big thank you to the fans staying outside with respect to both teams. On that note, with all great days, unfortunately there must be one word we solidify. A pleasure to invite to the podium the co-captains of the Dandenong Jacobo Rangers. We welcome up here to the stage Amy Clydesdale and Steph Cummings.
Let them be known, and especially the Jacob, I think it's obviously really disappointing today, but again, we also have a big battle, so I love you all. And just lastly, a big shout out to Sino.
Hi, I'm just wondering, my screen is kind of dark.
Up to me, so congratulations.
Guys, quite uncomfortable at the moment. It is the sunlight.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the co-captains of the Dandenong Jaco Rangers, Amy Clydesdale and Steph Cumming.
Mine is kind of dark. When it zooms, it's dark.
I now acknowledge Ned Coaten, BA Chair once again, who's on stage, who will present the Rachel Spawn WNBL Grand Final MVP medal. And across both sides there are some great contributors. We saw tonight Belinda Snell, 16 years since her last championship with a double-double. Alex Wilson for the Flames, 22 points in Game 1. Sarah Blitzards, 25 in Game 1. Steph Cumming leading the Jaco Rangers to the front. But in Game 1 with 15 points and 50%, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 3 steals. Backing it up in Game 2, 14 points. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, filling up the stat sheet for the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames and the Australian Opals point guard, the Rachel Spawn Grand Final MVP for 2016-17 is Leilani Mitchell.
Obviously pushed us to the limits during the season and also these 2 games. So our hats off to you, and we respect you, and thank you for bringing your A game and pushing us to give our all as well. And also our fans that came all the way down from Sydney, you guys are awesome. And then to our team, top to bottom, everyone was able to come tonight. All the players, all our staff is here. Such a special moment for us, and we've had so many contributions throughout the season. We've had injuries, and people step up in every single way for us. So it's special. This is very special, and like Amy said, enjoy the moment and enjoy our night, and just keep it going till Mad Monday.
Congratulations, Leilani. A world champion, Olympian, WNBL champion, and now a Rachel Spawn Grand Final MVP winner. I'd now like to welcome to the side of the stage the Vicinity Centre's Aussie Hoops participants who will be assisting with this evening's awards. Why don't you give them a large round of applause? The Vicinity Centre's Aussie Hoops participants helping us out with the presentations for the WNBL 16-17 champions, the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. First of all, number 1, Lauren Nicholson. Number 3, Hayley Moffat. Number 4, Talia Tupaya. Number 5, Jen Hampson. Number 6, the Rachel Spawn Grand Final MVP, Leilani Mitchell. Number 7, Alex Wilson. Number 10, Sinead Graves. Number 11, Carly Bogue. Number 14, Lara McSpadden. Number 15, Christina Bogue. Number 22, Susie Walmsley. Number 31, Asia Taylor. Number 33, Cassidy McLean. Number 44, Sarah Graham. Team Manager, Natalie Donnelly. Team Physio, David Hillard. Assistant Coach, Lee Gooding. Assistant Coach, Karen Dalton. Brighton Sydney Uni Flames Captain, number 12, Belinda Snell. WNBL 16-17 Coach of the Year and Brighton Sydney Uni Flame Head Coach, Cheryl Chambers. Snelly, we'll go to you first. Snelly, it was 2001. 20-year-old Belinda Snell won her second WNBL championship, and now 16 years later, the Flames haven't done it again till now, and neither of you, and you're standing here winning a third and a fourth for the organisation. How does it feel?
It's been a long time coming, a few grand final losses in between that, but I'm just thrilled to take it back to Sydney, the title. 16 years it's been since it's been back there, so I'm just thrilled for the girls and to share this moment with such an amazing group.
And yourself as a veteran, you know how hard they are to win. You had 6 rebounds at half-time, but it looked like you flipped a switch in the third quarter. You had 13 points in the third and were crucial in pushing it out and getting your Flames over the line. Was there something in you that said, we're taking home the trophy tonight?
Look, that's the thing with this team. We've always got different people stepping up at different moments. And I just managed to make a few shots in the third quarter, which was nice. But it's tribute to this team, and everybody's got a big arm on this team. There's from 1 to 12. There's a great group, and everybody can contribute.
And finally, as you mentioned this group as captain of the team, I'm sure there's some people you'd like to thank. The microphone's yours.
Absolutely. First of all, I'd like to thank our owners, Sydney Uni Sport and Fitness. Thank you very much. To Bruce Ross and Rob Smithies, thank you. I'd also like to thank some of our sponsors, Brighton's Lawyers in particular, Southern Design, who have been with us for many years, and Rising Stars Travel. Also Adara, Sydney City Toyota, making the trip down, and Matrix Group, thank you. But last, I'd also like to say well done to Dandenong on a magnificent season. You guys have been, we've had to battle you every time we've played you, and it's been such a tough time against you guys. But well done on a terrific season, and also to Sino on a magnificent career. Congratulations. To Karen Dalton and Cheryl Chambers, well done on putting this team together. You guys have done an awesome job doing that, bringing us all together. You girls, lastly, you girls, our team manager Nat Donnelly, and you girls are amazing. I'm thrilled to share this moment with you guys, and I know it's not the first for some of you. There'll be plenty more to come. Let's bring it home to Sydney.
And now I'd like to invite to the platform Brighton Sydney Uni Flames head coach, Cheryl Chambers. Cheryl, you've done a great job uniting this team together, and you talked in a great interview with Megan Huswaite about how much they love Trivia Tuesday, and their favourite are the plastic rings from the $2 shops. What do you think they'll value more, the $2 shop rings or the nice little Dual Empire Championship rings they just got presented with?
I think the $2 rings are pretty good, but wow, you can't go past this. I mean, it's just a fantastic accolade, and I've always watched people get these things and flash them around. So all my friends, family, and whoever you are, I'll be flashing it around and talking about it for a long time.
You talk about friends and family, and some teams talk about liking to win the game on their home floor in front of their fans, but you brought a bunch of your fans with you, but your family all season have been right here in Melbourne. What does it mean to you to be able to win in front of them here at Dandenong?
Oh, there's been a few tears already, and I'm sure by the end of the night there'll be a lot. I mean, it's, you know, Dandenong are a fantastic team, and I've got great respect for them. I've actually been in that position before, and it does hurt and you bounce back, but to be able to win the WNBL is just amazing.
Well, credit to you, Cheryl. As a winner, I'm sure there's some people you'd like to thank and acknowledge, so the microphone's yours.
I'm in trouble now, I've got the microphone, girls. There's a few people that haven't made it up to the stage that definitely deserve to be up here. Firstly, I'd like to bring up our forward scout, or advanced scout, I'm not very good with titles, Mark Alabakov. Oh, thank you, Mark. Also, we've got Kath Ray, our doctor, who has made it up here, and we certainly made the medical staff work hard earlier, so come on up, Kath. Also, we've got someone who has put up with these girls in the gym, and I reckon it would be really hard work all year, and that's Sam Purvinson. I won't thank our sponsors again, but I probably should, but without you guys, you know, we wouldn't be anywhere, and certainly the support at Sydney Uni has been fantastic. I've only just got to know them this year, and I've made some really great friends, not just... Oh, sorry. Lucky the girls have got my back. There's one more person who got, I don't know if he got sick of us or got a job promotion halfway through the season, who worked really, really hard and listened to me early when we lost a few games, and that's Darren Alex. So come up, Darren. Anyway, sorry, I can see that I'm rubbling on, but I'd like to thank all our fans and our supporters. You know, Lorraine Lambert's been a supporter from the day one, and there's people from Sydney and people from Melbourne, and there's all our friends and families that, you know, it's a long season, and our friends and family are what get us through. So I'd like to thank them, and in particular mine, who have put up with a lot in the last 6 months. So thank you all for your support.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one final presentation, so I invite to the stage the head of the WNBL, Sally Phillips. And if I can invite to join her head coach of the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames, Cheryl Chambers, and captain Belinda Snell. And I invite Sally Phillips to present the captain and coach with the WNBL Championship Trophy as the winners of season 2016-17. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 years in between drinks. Will you give a massive round of applause to your champions, the Brighton Sydney Uni Flames. Ladies and gentlemen, as you celebrate your champions, thank you for joining us for season 16-17 in the WNBL. On behalf of everyone at the league, thank you for your support, players, staff members, supporters, and we look forward to seeing all of you back bigger and better in season 17-18. They advance the ball now through Nicholson. She was huge in game 1. She's been great again game 2. Crucial baskets there. Nicholson coming off the bench, contributing. Pressure on the D. Each foul goes to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper's not going to do it. Tupeya. And this is after 6 losses, Michelle Timms. 16 years ago they won it. Potentially we see this is the last game of the season.
Another turnover.
The Rachel Spawn MVP trophy to be presented.